What's up, community? How everyone is doing today? Welcome again to another live stream. Excited to see everyone again. Let's make sure the sound levels are okay. How is the music? Too loud probably, right? Let me know. Welcome everyone. Emin and Dev, welcome. Mionel, welcome as well. Pleasure Fan, welcome. Mlock, welcome. Steno, welcome. Jackie Boy, welcome. Arthur, welcome. Welcome everyone. Excited to see everyone. Believe it or not, I actually missed you a little bit. You know, I actually missed you. How everyone is feeling today? Bam bam boom. Welcome back. Thank you so much, Cover. Welcome to the stream. How is the music, everyone? Is the music even okay? This is something that I never get right. It's literally the level of the music. Well, actually, you know, Arthur, actually yesterday I wasn't online, you know. Music is fine. Thank you so much, Pleasure. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, everyone. And we have a new camera, as you can see. I'm still trying to understand a little bit how does it work even, you know, because it seems to, you know, get a little bit unfocused sometimes. I need to figure out why this is happening. Let me try to understand it real quick. We do have a couple of things to do today, by the way. We have a react to do. A react, literally, to a video. I need to try the Ghostly terminal. That's something I want to do because literally everyone is talking about that, so I want to do that. And something else I want to do is review the pull requests on Pack. You know, we have literally like 10 pull requests already from the community, so I'm excited to, you know, see what people are thinking about that, okay? But I want to know, how is doing your Christmas holidays? Tomorrow is New Year's Eve for me, so obviously I will party hardcore and I won't be streaming for tomorrow, as you may well know. But yeah, we'll be back for 2025, hopefully with good content and an amazing year on streaming. I have something to tell you, okay? I have something to tell you. As you may have seen on Twitter, I actually have a new camera and I also have a new stream deck, but I also have a new laptop. I actually bought the Apple MacBook M4 Max, which is probably a little bit overkill for whatever I do here, but yeah, I got it. So I'm super happy about that. Drippin' Castle, welcome to the stream, dude. Nice to see you here, man. Josh, hi man, how you doing, Josh? Josh is saying, hi Nuno, glad to be back. Hope your Christmas was good. It was fantastic, dude. It was literally fantastic. You know, being with family is just something I always like to do. Bida is saying, Nuno, you need to check phpinsights.com. The domain is no longer active. Dude, I don't use PHP Insights anymore, so I don't really know what to do with that project if I just literally hand over the maintenance to someone else. But I don't know, man. But I don't use that project anymore, so I don't really care if the domain is down. Shidar Shayan on YouTube is saying, hello Nuno. Hello, dude. Welcome to the stream. Slayke is saying that the music is okay. Thank you. I really appreciate that feedback. Muhammad is saying, do you have any coupons for Flux? I don't, dude. I don't actually have any coupons for Flux. Apologize about that, dude. So yeah, I have a new camera, a new stream deck, but also a new laptop. And new laptop is coming in 2 weeks. It's the Apple M4 Max, which is super expensive, but I hope it will pay off. You know, it will pay off. I'm currently streaming from my M1. It's currently an Apple M1 with 16 gigabytes of memory, which a lot of people say like it's already slow or whatever. Dude, this is super fast. Like literally I do everything from Liz's laptop right here, and it's just super fast, so I don't really get it, you know what I mean? But yeah, getting that M4 MacBook real soon, and I'm excited about that. Mareko Code is saying new headphones. No, it's the same headphones, but I have a new camera, you know. I have a new camera, so Thomas is asking me what is a Stream Deck. Oh, so a Stream Deck is basically a device which is not yet connected, so I probably can show you. Give me a second here. Ugh. So a Stream Deck is literally this little device right here, and allows me to basically swap between screens just by clicking on this little thing right here. So I don't need to go to the program to literally go to the program of streaming to literally change scenes, which is super helpful, you know, super helpful. Gurka, welcome to the stream. Vincenzo La Rosa, welcome to the stream, dude. Miluk is saying that the M4, yeah, the M1 compared with the M2, with M4 is actually slow. Got you. Josh is asking me, are you going to set the Stream Deck up to shortcuts with PHP Storm as well? It might get cool for dev workflows too. You're right, dude. I could probably set up that with past PHP to literally have past PHP running from my Stream Deck. That could be potentially an idea. You know? Pleasure Fan is asking, what made you start streaming? What was your motivation? I don't know, man. I love, you know, I just love speak with people. I'm an extrovert, like literally I'm an extrovert, and I just love to speak with people. So I guess that was the original motivation. Arthur is saying Stream Deck idea is cook. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, baby. Khaled, hello Nuno. Hello, dude. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Space, welcome to the stream, dude. Nice to see you, man. Yeah, man, 2025 is almost there, and I'm gonna start the year with a new MacBook, and I'm super happy about that. And yeah, today we have 3 things to do, okay? 3 things to do. Before we talk about them, if you just arrived to the stream and you don't know me, my name is Nuno Maduro. I'm a PHP and Laravel developer. I'm also a Laravel core team member. My streams are mainly around PHP and Laravel, but today we are going to actually watch or see 3 things. I want to react to a video which is called Interview with a Senior PHP Developer, which is kind of a funny thing to get started and get me on the mood. Then we are going to see the Ghostly terminal, which is something everyone is talking about that. I don't know what terminal do you guys use. I do use iTerm 2. I'm an iTerm 2 user forever, man. What terminal do you guys use, by the way? You guys use iTerm 2? You guys use Eper? What else do you use? And the third thing I want to do is review the pull requests we got on Pack, which some of them come from you guys, so I really want to review them because I feel like the last time we reviewed pull requests together, it was fun. It was literally fun, so I want to do that, okay? Khaled is saying, what about the Ghostly terminal Twitter is all about? Well, apparently it's like a super fast terminal. That's what people are saying. So I have no idea. I'm going to discover that today. I'm going to install the thing and I'm going to literally open it and see how does it compare with iTerm 2 and all the stuff I get, you know? So Space is saying, I don't get the hype about the Ghostly terminal thing. Well, I don't get it either. Apparently it's just fast, you know? But maybe it's like super cool. I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea. Augusto Soz is saying, I use a WizTerm user here. I have literally no idea what the WizTerm is. Thomas is saying he uses Warp, which is really cool with a lot of AI. Gotcha. Roman is saying he uses iTerm 2. Space is using any terminal with ZSH, which is interesting. Pleasure uses iTerm 2. Moda uses iTerm 2 as well. A lot of Warp users. I have never used Warp. I have literally no idea what Warp is about. Like, literally never tried. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. Arthur is saying he uses Kitty. Arthur is also said that Kitty is made on Zig, which is literally a low-level language like Rust. Interesting. A lot of people use ARP. Should I try Warp today? Is like a paid thing or it's just free? I have no idea. Oh, it's like with AI features? Got you. Anyway, I want to start this stream with something really funny, which is literally right here. Bam, bam, boom. So do you guys know this dude? This dude called it Programmers Are Also Humans or whatever. And he basically made a couple of videos like this one. And I think I have seen this video already, but I don't remember. And I feel like it's a funny thing to do while I am on stream, because it's been a while when I didn't watch one of his videos. I think the most recent one I've watched is like the Rust thing, the Rust reaction or whatever. And today I want to react to this interview to a senior PHP developer, because, you know, I want to see like what is the outside perspective of someone, you know, probably have done PHP 20 years ago and probably, you know, doing a satire, still speaking as a programmer of PHP developer dinosaur thing, you know what I mean? Thomas is asking me if I use Raycast. I don't. And he's also replied that Warp or Harp or whatever is a free terminal. Thank you, I didn't know that. Oh, Arthur is saying that actually the Warp thing is not done on Zig, is the Ghostly thing which is done on Zig. Interesting. So that's probably why it's super fast. If you don't know, chat, Zig is literally this low-level language like Rust, which is apparently super fast. So that's why. Okay, and Arthur is also saying that this dude is super fun. Yeah, man, I want to react to this guy. I want to see what he have to say to PHP. So let me just lower the music a little bit so we can get started here. Are you guys ready? If you guys ready, I'm ready on this side, man. Just say yes, because I'm like literally like mega ready, you know? Mega ready. S3-3F is saying, hi Nuno, hi Shad. Welcome to the stream, dude. Nice to see you, man. Very nice to see you. Emily Nev is asking, I am the only one who uses a default terminal on my Mac. I think yes. I think you are literally the only one. I think you are literally the only one, man. Oh my god. Khaled is saying, yeah, he's ready, man. And I'm also ready. Space is also ready as well. Cast is also ready. I need to fix this delay, because apparently, like, I have like a 60 seconds delay on YouTube, which is a little bit annoying. I may have to fix this, you know? I may have to fix this thing. Arthur is saying that he's ready as well. Tony is asking if there is a way to donate on stream. On Steam? You mean Steam or stream? Probably means stream. So if you meant stream, by the way, there is two ways you guys can support my work. The first one is by becoming a YouTube member. And you can do that literally by typing, you know, actually the very first one is literally just follow me, you know. That's the best way you can actually support my work. Literally just follow me on YouTube, on Twitch, and that is really helpful, by the way. The second way you can support my work financially is becoming a YouTube member. You know, it's literally $5 per month, and you get early access to all my videos, which is pretty cool. And a third way is literally becoming a Twitch subscriber, which is, you know, also a way of financially support my work. And all the money I get from this is literally automatically reinvested on making the stream better, you know? So it's not like the money is truly for me, because I literally just buy equipment like this new MacBook that I just bought for literally making better streams. And this new camera. How is the camera, by the way? Is the camera okay? Apparently, you should give me a little bit better face, you know, because the camera is a little bit better, huh? And we also have some lighting right now, which is pretty cool, I think. So, you know, excited about this. And yeah, I'm on Discord as well if you want to just drop some ideas to make the stream even better. So I'm going to copy the link. Thank you, Jonas, for always copy the link here on Discord, on Twitch. So I'm going to just copy here and put it on, you know, both YouTube but also on X. If you're watching me on X, by the way, move to YouTube or Twitch. If you can move to Twitch, dude, Twitch is just such a better experience regarding streaming. X is definitely not the best experience ever for streaming, that's for sure. That's like for sure, you know what I mean? Abdara Man is asking, what is the difference between the default Mac terminal and iTerm 2? Dude, if you are using the default terminal on Mac, just move immediately, man. It's just such a raw experience. Like, no themes, no cool stuff. It's literally just, you know, nothing at all. So move to the iTerm 2, because it's pretty cool. And apparently everyone is speaking about Warp, which, I don't know, I've never used it. But today we are going to see Ghostly, which is another terminal. Anyways. What else we have here? Malou is saying you don't have to log in anymore. The new version works without login. You're talking about the Warp terminal? Probably yes, yeah? Khaled is asking me where I can watch it without delay. I don't know, man. I need to fix that, but probably on Twitch I don't have a delay. I don't have delay at all, I think. Okay, let's try something. So I'm on X, I am on YouTube, and I am on Twitch. I'm gonna say something, and when I say that, you guys post something on the chat so I can actually calculate the delay on the stream, okay? Let me just pull a clock right here. Okay. You guys ready? All right, 3, 2, 1, post. I wanna see. Okay, is 6 seconds on Twitch. 6 seconds on Twitch. Oh my god. So that's literally 6 seconds on Twitch. There's no delay at all on Twitch almost, which is pretty cool. On YouTube, I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting on YouTube. Oh my god, man. Okay, got it. So it's 24 seconds on YouTube. 24 seconds. Oh my god. And some of them actually answered a little bit later though. Anyway, dudes, I'm excited. All right, let's get started on this because I want to react to this stream right here, to this video. So the video is called Interview with a Senior PHP Developer, and it's a funny video. It's someone not making funny of PHP, but making a fun video with PHP. Okay, so let's just watch this. Let me just make sure you guys don't get the sound twice. You shouldn't, but let me know if you get the sound twice. Let's just get that out of the way first and see how it goes.
Backward compatibility is overrated. Do you know how many jobs were created because of that PHP?
Okay. How is the sound? Is the sound doubled or whatever? Is the sound okay? Let me know. Raphael08 is saying, hello everyone, review of Ghostly. Yeah, we are doing that just after this video, and everyone is saying that the sound is okay, so I think we are going to start this. Okay, so welcome everyone. By the way, if you don't know me, my name is Nuno, PHP and Laravel developer, streaming every single day at 9 p.m. You can just literally follow me on Twitch, on YouTube. That will be really appreciated. Okay, so that being said, let's just get started.
Backward compatibility is overrated.
What is that? Okay.
Backward compatibility is overrated. Do you know how many jobs were created because of that PHP 7 thing? All right, let's start. Let's maybe avoid all the PHP jokes. I told my friends I'm a PHP dev.
Now you have no friends.
Well, PHP is not dead. Is it? Split, explode. WordPress.
That's true, man. Like some of those functions like split, explode, they are a little bit, the naming, I don't think it's there, We probably could have found better naming for some of those functions, that's for sure. Imagine something at the beginning of the video.
How many jobs were created? Backward compatibility is overrated.
Yeah, backward compatibility is overrated. And this is something that we do have in PHP, which I think it's some of the power of PHP. Like literally, it's literally some of the power of PHP. The fact that we don't simply do breaking changes like stupid breaking changes, I don't know if any of you guys have seen, but you guys know that migration between Python 2 to Python 3? There was so many breaking changes, it was truly a pain to literally migrate between those two versions. And I feel like something PHP have done quite correctly, in my opinion, over the years. It's literally doing new versions without introducing many breaking changes or any at all, really. That's why today you have so many websites out there like with frameworks like Drupal or WordPress, Symfony, Laravel, and it's literally almost everything running on the latest version of PHP, which I think it's pretty cool. I don't know what you guys think, but I think it's pretty cool, man. Granda Heavens is saying, hello, finally got here in time for the live stream instead of the replay on YouTube. Welcome to the stream. It's so nice to be with you today here on live. It's pretty cool. Thank you so much for coming. Arthur is saying, welcome to the Haven, my friend. Yeah, because watching live, I feel it's just a better experience. And do not hesitate literally just talking on the chat, because it's what makes the stream literally pretty cool, even for me. It's literally just interacting with the chat all the time. Granda Evans is saying that migrating to from Python 2 to Python 3 was a complete pain in the Yeah, it was a little bit. I actually migrated one package from Python 2 to Python 3. It was so bad. It was literally a pain. Asan is saying hello from Bahrain. Welcome to the stream, dude. Nice to see you. Maluk is saying, I can't remember what version when the empty string returns false and spend the whole day debugging that. Oh, you mean like in PHP? Probably that, right? But yeah, PHP returned some of the functions in PHP returned some questionable results, for example, which, you know, could probably have done a better job there. But there is other stuff we have done very well correctly. You know, like we didn't, for example, we have never introduced it like breaking changes between major versions, at least not painful breaking changes, which I think is partly the reason why PHP is so successful today. It's literally this embracing some of the bad APIs so everyone can keep up with the latest versions of PHP. You know what I mean? So props to PHP for that, okay?
Do you know how many jobs were created because of that PHP 7 thing? All right.
By the way, what do you guys think about the job market today? Does any of you felt that there is less PHP positions, or do you guys feel it's literally the same as it was like 10 years ago? What do you guys feel about that?
Let's start. Let's maybe avoid all the PHP jokes. I told my friends I'm a PHP dev.
Now you have no friends.
Well, PHP is not dead. Is it? Split, 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 explode. WordPress, Joomla, Drupal, Chupa, and a million others. They all can't be wrong. Wikipedia and Facebook use PHP.
Oh yeah, baby.
Used PHP.
Oh yeah, baby.
It's
PHP was literally the language that originated platforms like Facebook, Wikipedia, Slack, and many others, my friend. Many, many others.
hacky programming language. Using PHP allows you to support a hacker culture and getting hacked. It's like saying a knife can be used for bad things, but does that make a knife bad? No, but on a serious note, the Web 1 wouldn't have existed without PHP, and the Web 2 wouldn't be as cautious of security issues. Xam.
I don't know if the Web 1 ever existed without PHP, but literally, I remember like 10 years ago, 85% of the websites were done on PHP, which is kind of crazy. Like literally the entire web was powered by PHP. It's not anymore. Probably PHP was doing too much, in my opinion. Arthur is saying that PHP 7 was the PHP reborn. I agree. I agree with you. I agree that PHP 5 was literally, you know, probably getting better, but PHP 7 really got really better. Like really catch up with some other languages that were evolving so fast, and PHP literally kept becoming better and better with the 7 version. That's for sure. PHP 8 is also very good, by the way. Arthur is saying PHP WordPress runs on PHP. That's right. That's right. ST3F is saying, do you start on time today, 9 p.m., so I can set the reminder at 10:30 p.m. in Austria? I don't start on time. I apologize about that. So typically I stream at 9 p.m., but today I started at 9:30, I think. But I don't know, man. Sometimes I start at 8:30, you know, potentially, you know what I mean? And I may start even at 10 p.m. I don't know. It really depends of my availability, you know? Dripping Castle is saying the changeover from CGI bin, Perl custom C base, so D.dll, CGI handlers, PHP was essential for the step over away from all of that. Yeah, that's right, man. It was so easy to literally start a website on PHP. So cool, man. So ST3F is saying that his name is Steve. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream, Steve. Jackie Boy the original is saying PHP is still solid with object-oriented programming, Git or JIT, just-in-time op cache powered by the Zen engine. Yeah, man. Oh yeah, baby. PHP got a lot of new features in PHP 7 and PHP 8 that I think, you know, we are really in a good position right now. WordPress. So Khaled is saying the WordPress was the painkiller until Laravel shows up. I still think, like, I remember once trying actually WordPress. So I'm not a WordPress developer, but I have tried WordPress literally like 15 years ago. And I feel like it was actually a good experience, you know? Some people may say WordPress, you know, it's not even code or whatever. I actually felt that was a good experience. I remember like starting a website and just, you know, choosing a couple of plugins and literally having my website running so fast. So cool stuff over there, I think. Asan is saying, from my personal experience, the worst thing that haven't happened to PHP is WordPress. I don't agree with you, dude. If PHP is today one of the most powerful languages in the world, it's because of WordPress. You know what I mean? WordPress made the web one, or let's just say websites, possible to everyone. Not only WordPress, but stuff like WordPress. Because something that people need to remind themselves is that not everyone wants to suffer some pain in programming. You know, they want stuff to be easy, to do it fast. And I feel like WordPress does that very well. And Laravel also does that very well, you know, making our lives easy. And I think WordPress is an amazing software. It's undeniably an amazing software, okay? That is, I'm going to say something. There is so many tools out there that they don't get a tiny bit of the WordPress market because the only thing they can think of is like design principles and being fast and you know, being clean code and all of that. And they literally forget the most important thing, which is user experience. Like, people don't want to spend time learning stuff. They want to get stuff done. And WordPress does that absolutely well done, okay? Oh yeah, WordPress, Laravel, and many other frameworks put PHP on top. Oh yeah, baby. Josh AUK is saying, I missed the PHP BB. That was a forum, right? It was like a forum thing, which you can have like a forum for you and your colleagues. Am I right? It was, that's right, yeah. A forum, yep. More or less, yep. Claudio, welcome to the stream, dude. Nice to see you, man.
Apache, MariaDB, PHP, Perl. Perfect recipe for disaster. Of course we use it. MAMP, LAMP, WAMP, Guitar Amp. They all lost their job because of cloud. We still use WAMP. And we're on Mac. PHPMyAdmin. Almost feels nostalgic. Well, now it's being developed by the community, so we call it our admin, or PHP looking for an admin. Some people still use it. Well, some people still use IE6. Object-oriented programming was introduced in PHP 3, became usable in PHP 4, and started being used in PHP 5. 8 out of 10 websites run on PHP. 8 out of 10 websites are susceptible to security attacks. But not ours, it's the 2 out of 10. Dynamic types, type inference. Well, PHP is not dead. There's PHP 5.6 and there's PHP 7. We don't really talk about what happened in between. Backward compatibility.
What happened with between? Like, do you guys know what is the reason why we don't have PHP 6? I have literally no idea. Like, we had PHP 5, right? And then we have PHP 7. But do you guys know what happened with PHP 6? I know, like, everyone makes fun of it because it was literally a version that nobody talked about, but or a version that didn't actually came out. But do you guys know why we don't have PHP 6? Does anyone knows that? I have literally no idea. Okay, we have here a website, which I'm gonna open real quick because I'm literally curious right now. Okay, this website is from Matthias Guignard, which is a friend of Freak Mers, I think. Yeah. So let's read this. For those active in the PHP community for a while, it's not exactly a secret, but but the outside world may seem odd that the PHP version numbers jump from 5 straight to 7 without the magical number 6. Why there is no PHP 6? The main reason for not having PHP 6 version is, in fact, well-intended cover-up. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, there have been attempts of making PHP 6 release in early 2005. Oh, really? Was that long time ago? Because PHP 7 came... I can't remember, but PHP 7 came, I think, in 2015, I think? Or no, I don't know. Maybe I'm confused right now. Oh, Luke is saying there was a version 6. Okay, I guess we are going to find out that real soon. Jonas, welcome to the stream, dude. Nice to see you, man. Drippin Castle is saying the PHP version 6 is like the floor 13 for the elevators. Oh my god. Wait a second. Tuak is saying, I remember a PHP 6 book. What do you mean? But there is no PHP 6. Like, what do you mean? Yeah, so Arthur just confirmed PHP 7 came in 2015, and this version was literally being cooked for 2005, which is 10 years back from PHP 7. Jean, welcome to the stream, dude. Nice to see you again. Okay, let's keep reading this. By the way, Chad, if you just arrived, we are literally reacting to a video from someone making not fun of PHP, but making fun with PHP. During this interview, he mentioned that PHP 6 is something like a taboo in the community because it wasn't a PHP 6. We have PHP 5 that jumped straight to PHP 7. So we never had a PHP 6. And during this, during this react, I was genuinely curious to see why we don't have PHP 6. And I think it was Josh who shared this link with me, and we are currently trying to find out why we don't have a PHP 6 version. And I just found as well that actually PHP 6 was being cooked for 2005, which got me a little bit out of surprise, to be honest. But I'm curious to know why we don't have a PHP 6 right now. And so someone on YouTube, Will Vincent, just said that there was books about PHP 6, and I also had people on Twitch saying that Two Hawks just said as well that there was also books about PHP 6, which now is making me so confused because I'm like for sure certain that we don't have PHP 6, at least release it officially. So I don't know, man. Kosai is saying, hello PHP people. Hello, welcome to the stream, dude. Nice to see you, man. And someone just sent me a link. Just send me a link of the PHP 6 book. Okay, I'm gonna open it and put it here aside so we can check it after. Okay. Okay, so let's keep reading this. So apparently it was like a cover up. Let's try to understand why. There have been many attempts at making PHP 6 release as early as 2005, which would feature UTF-8 Unicode support. Oh my god, they were working without UTF-8 support? How they were like even checking for string length and stuff like that on characters that have accentuation. Oh my god, it must have been such a pain. Let me just put here the music a little bit so we can listen to some music while we read this beautiful article right here. There we go. So as the time went on, it gave the PHP 6 release a bad name. It is the version that went in development forever but never got released. In that regard, similar to EPv5, the missing version between now the popular EPv4 and the new EPv6 Internet Protocol. Interesting. So, as with anything in PHP, there was a vote. Should the PHP 6 name be kept, even though it has a bad reputation name? And the answer finally came in form of no, let's just rename this to PHP 7. So apparently the reason why PHP 6 never came out is because it was literally developing for so many months to the point that got some sort of bad reputation about it. And people just said, okay, that's it. Let's just not call this PHP 6 because of the bad rep it has. Let's call this PHP 7. The main arguments were, first and foremost, PHP 6 had already existed. It was something completely different. Interesting. While it's true that PHP 6 never reached GA, it's still a very widely published, well-known project conducted by PHP.net that will share absolutely nothing with a version under this discussion right now. Anybody who would know what PHP 6 is will have a strong misconception in his mind to the contents and features of this upcoming version, which essentially was just literally about Unicode. Oh my god. Oh, so then the contents of PHP 6 went to PHP 5.3. So in fact, many believe, myself included, that PHP 5.3 release should have been the PHP 6 release. It introduced a lot of changes and quite a few backwards compatibility changes. Okay. Since a lot of the debate was already going on PHP 6, it had over 5 years of speculation since it started in 2005 and it was abandoned in 2010. PHP 6 was referenced in quite a lot of places already. So I feel like the real reason why PHP 6 never actually came as a real thing was because it was like training for so many times the development, where PHP 7 was kind of the opposite of it, which had like a clear timeline of things and it was really looking good. Interesting. Very, very interesting, my friend. Arthur is saying people were living in the dirt without UTF-8. Yeah, man, because I use UTF functions in PHP literally all the time, like stuff, you know, names with accentuation. I don't know how they were doing that, like comparing string length in all those kind of functions with, you know, Unicode support. I have literally no idea. So, which raises a question, like, why would they write a book of a version which is not out yet? I'm so confused. Yeah, so apparently it was that PHP 6 was a version that was kind of under development between 2005 and 2010, and because of the development being open for so long, got bad reputation, and people didn't want to associate like a new version with that bad reputation, so they just skipped the version PHP 6 and they went straight to PHP 7, which, you know, probably it was a good idea, to be honest. GhostStar22 is saying, hello Nuno, great job and all the amazing work you are doing for the community. Cheers from Galicia. Thank you so much for those words, man, and welcome to the stream. You are a first-time chat. Thank you so much. Askok, hello, welcome to the stream, dude. And let's check real quick this oh my god. Professional PHP 6, which was written in 2009. Oh my god. Publishing a Tedan with a long-awaited release of PHP 6. This book reveals the inside scoop for pushing the limits of how maximize the full feature set of PHP 6. You will learn how to use PHP 6 in the larger scheme or enterprise-class software development in practical examples and behind-the-scenes information which will improve your skills for designing and building large-scale, web-performant, highly performant platforms using PHP 6. Oh my god, man. So this book was published in 2009, and in 2010 there was still no PHP 6 version out. Interesting, man. Toa is saying it's all clickbait. I don't know, man. They probably guide themselves of some sort of timeline that was probably out already, and PHP 6 should have been probably out in 2008 or something, and they had like the book ready for sale, but it could have literally changed the title at the end for PHP 5 or whatever. So confused. Or not even putting PHP at all, like just putting PHP without the version number. That probably have been better, right? Because the problem with this book is the version number. Oh, they probably even got more selling points because of the PHP number. Joe is saying those who bought it were cheated. Yeah, but but yeah, they probably should have just removed the 6 and still publish the book, because the book probably still have cool stuff within, you know what I mean? Drippin Castle is saying, Nuno is analysis is exactly right. The speed of programming books being published was just coming off the .com boom, so publishers were hoping to get fast, easy money. Will Vincent is saying, I recall there was a lot of hype around PHP 6, but then just didn't happen. Oh my god, hilarious stuff, man.
She's over.
Hilarious stuff. If you just arrived to the stream, by the way, we are doing a lot of things at the moment, like so many things. We are originally reacting to this video, which is a video that is fun around PHP. They mentioned PHP 6, so we start this rabbit hole of trying to understand why PHP 6 wasn't out. And then we found out that actually there is a book about PHP 6, which makes this thing super hilarious. And apparently the book was published before PHP 6 was even out. And PHP 6 was not even out because of the long duration of the development and the bad reputation name about PHP 6. And they went with PHP 7 after all, which is interesting.
Rated. It always. There's PHP 5.6 and there's PHP 7. We don't really talk about what happened in between. Backward compatibility is overrated. It always helps rewriting code, especially in PHP. Do you know how many jobs were created because of that PHP 7 thing? Well, I got one and I'm proud of it. The session is super global with no controls around it. The cookie is super global when using util.
Nobody uses super globals. Like, nobody uses super globals. We talked about this with PHP internals guy, which was here. I think it was like 2 weeks ago. About that, when people start doing PHP, they typically see a lot of these super globals, variables, and things like that, which nobody who does professional PHP these days actually use them, you know? People who do professional PHP development these days, they start with a framework, and they typically never face the issue of actually working with super globals, like the env global, for example, or the global super variable. And, it's just sad that people still talk about that, to be honest. David is asking me if I speak Dutch. I don't. I was in a Dutch Amazon because someone shared the link that was, I think, from Amazon Dutch website. Joe6Go is asking why PHP is spelled in uppercase when the logo is literally lowercase. I have literally no idea.
Sometimes this.
Ben James is asking, what did I miss in the first 40 minutes? By the way, James, welcome to the stream. Nice to see you here. We are currently reacting to a video of someone making a fun video around PHP. And we talked about PHP 6 and how PHP 6 was not out, actually, and what was the reasons behind it. And now we are back to the video.
Subject is first, sometimes it's last. It's a bit of an art to understand it. Well, I still don't understand it. And that's okay. Multi-threaded, single-threaded. Yeah, it has the inherent performance disadvantages all interpreted languages have. Include once. Like, why would you include multiple times?
Let's talk about SQL injections.
Well, let's not get off topic here. There's enough wrong with PHP itself. Spaceship operator, tiny spaceship operator, battleship operator, X-fighters, Death Star operator. Alright, now I'm joking. Or maybe not. Who knows in this language? Well, I certainly don't. But if you do use any of them, let me review your code first. It's likely there's something wrong with it. More jobs. Oh, this These are mostly just comments. Is set, yield from, end switch, go to, and my favorite one, exit, kill, die, PHP, final, underscore underscore is set, underscore underscore dear, underscore underscore.
Oh my god.
Var dump is like an evolution of print. Var dump, var dump, only in PHP. What does PHP stand for? Power, purposeful, hyper power, language, Zen framework, Symfony. These big frameworks all can't be wrong. Django, oh, that's Python. Laravel, Eloquent, Composer. Now we're getting somewhere. It's like either you use Laravel or you just don't use PHP. Laravel is one of the best frameworks out there among all ecosystems. Laravel is
I wouldn't go that far, but Laravel is definitely, you know, partly the reason why I'm still with PHP, because, you know, it's a very powerful framework, very well written, and, you know, I'm happy with it. It's so hilarious, this video. Oh my god.
full stack framework. By full stack, we mean that you're going to
really need to fix this camera. Jesus, man. I may just go back to my original camera because this one is literally out of focus all the time. Yeah, man. Laravel is really one of the big reasons why I'm doing PHP, if not the biggest one for sure. Especially because of the community, that's for sure one of the biggest reasons.
Laravel to do the app routing and the data handling, and you're going to use JavaScript for the front end. It's 2022. JavaScript, I mean, PHP is everywhere, except in all sane services on the internet. Bringing PHP back in 2022. Or maybe not. And you're going to use JavaScript, but once you use Laravel, it's allowed to use PHP. And all those things will be in PHP 9 in 2035. Yeah, I've been home.
John is saying, fix the camera focus. How am I supposed to fix that, dude? I'm literally a new streamer. I have no idea how to fix the camera focus. Should I do this? Should I do this? I have no idea, man. How people fix a camera focus? We don't mind. Yeah, man, you better don't mind because I have no idea how to fix a camera focus. What the heck? Oh my god, man. Is it focused now? I also don't know. It's only a little bit blurry, Jonas is saying. Italy is saying PHP only started to begin taking serious when Laravel began directly influencing the market. I wouldn't say that, man. I wouldn't say that. There was a time where we had like CodeIgniter and, you know, probably Zend as well at the time, which, you know, they weren't Laravel, but they were very fun frameworks to work with. Also Symfony wasn't. It's also a cool framework with very good components. It's just Laravel is more batteries included. That's it, you know. Exactly, Cake PHP as well, for sure. Okay, let me try to fix this camera thing real quick. Oh my god, it's really blurry at the moment. I have no idea how to fix this. Okay, I may switch back to my original camera. Give me a second here. Give me a second. Okay, should be better now, right? So yeah, the focus is literally automatic. I have no idea. I'm gonna keep this open. So if it does gets broken, I can click on this little tool I have here. Okay. Joe6Go is saying, I wish Laravel was modular as Symfony. Why would you want a modular Laravel? Like, give me one reason. Why would you want a modular Laravel? I'm curious about that. Generally curious about that. Because what changes would that make actually in your application? Because if you are thinking about a modular Laravel, you would think about like a smaller vendor folder, but there is no really problem about that, you know? Okay, guys, let me know if the camera becomes a little bit broken again, okay? But yeah, I'm generally curious to know why would you want modular Laravel? Yeah, you're saying Eloquent standalone. Gotcha, but you can already use Eloquent as a standalone component. And, you know, you can, while including the entire framework. The only problem is that the vendor gets a little bit big, but that's fine, you know. There is no real issue around that. Rodolfo is saying, hello, Nuno, thanks for creating past. I'm using it all the time now. Thank you so much. Bartek is saying PHP is the hidden goat for common web folks. For real, dude. Jean Ribeiro is saying CodeIgniter 4. It's still very funny to work with. Yeah, man. I mean, it's been like probably 15 years that I've the last time worked with CodeIgniter, so I have no idea anymore. But I remember working with CodeIgniter. It was fun. It was literally fun, you know. Jackie Boyd originally saying it's something like PHP desktop, but I think it's cross-platforms. JS is better. We actually have, I think it's native PHP, if I'm not mistaken, which is a PHP for desktop kind of deal.
For a while, but luckily I found a new job. I take out the trash for the neighbors. No, I'm not a PHP dev. Bringing PHP back in 2022. Or maybe not. Oh, it's Laravel 5. Won't work with your PHP 7. Oh, it's Laravel 5.2. It should work with your 7.1. Oh, it's PHP 5. Won't work with your PHP 7. Oh, it's Laravel 5.8. Won't work with your PHP 7.1.2. Oh, missing semicolon, missing apostrophe. Oh, it's actually a semicolon too much in that SQL statement. The die command is my favorite. Not deprecated, 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 deprecated. Well, not deprecated, but safe. Not safe, but not deprecated. You can't really fail a WordPress
Wait a second,
setup.
did I saw each function?
Well, not deprecated, 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 deprecated. Well, not deprecated, but...
Wait. We had a each function. This function is far slower at iteration than a normal for each, and it causes an implementation issues for some language changes. Wait, what? We had a each function? What is this? Oh, it's literally removed from PHP 8 anymore. Returns the current key and value pair from an array in advance the array cursor. Oh my god, it receives something as a reference and returns an array. What was this doing? So I have foo with Bob, Fred, Juicy, blah, 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 blah. And then again, each foo and bar will now be... What is this? Well, I'm gonna be honest, I thought like each would have been like some sort of modified for each, you know? You would provide each and would give a callback, a little bit like JavaScript or whatever, you know? Devil who don't know who I am is saying, what is the point of this function? Okay, well, this is what we're trying to find out at the moment, okay? What is the point of this function? Let's read this again, because the first time I read it, I didn't really get it, okay? So let's read this, okay? Okay, so foo is Bob and Fred. And then I call each with foo, and the return of this function will be Bob on the position 1, wait, what? Does any of you got what this function is? Like, does any of you? If you say yes if you got it, if you say no if you don't, because I didn't got it yet. I don't know what this is about. So what is this? 0, 0? Arthur is saying nope. Danny Guzman is saying crazy. Mora is saying yes. Emily Nev is saying yes. Raisin and then TV is saying, oh, I got it. Someone was drunk. Emily is saying 1 in value returns the value, 0 in key returns the key. But what is value? Like, what is this? Is like key value? Okay, this will help, I think. Or not. I don't think this will help at all. I'm even more confused right now. Jesus Christ. Now I get why this was deprecated, because I don't think anyone was getting what this function is about. Cesar João is asking, what is this? That's what we are trying to find out, is literally what is this each function, which got deprecated in PHP 8, so nobody knows what this is about. Rodolfo is saying it's a drunk for each. Oh my god, what is this? Key? Okay, I feel... Okay. I think I got it. Oh my god, this took me a while, but I think I got it. Okay, I think I got it. Finally, okay. So this actually returns the current key value the iterator is working on, okay? For those who are saying that you actually got what this function is, let me know if my explanation is okay? So some of you on Twitch were saying that you actually know what this function is about. If yes, just let me know if it's this, okay? So I think each time you call the each, you are getting the X element in the array. So let's say, for example, I have, do I have PHP Storm? I think I had PHP Storm. Give me a second here. Yeah, I got PHP Storm. Oh yeah. So I think I got what this function is. So if we were to have something like array with, you know, peak and flow, but also, you know, the Shad and Josh and whatever. If we were to have something like this, if I were to call each on the array, the return value of this would be 0 and peak and flow. But the second time I call this function, like if I were to, you know, save this on A, for example, and this on B, the second time I call this function, the each would return now 1 in chat, and the third time will return 2 in Josh, and the fourth time will return false. That's right. Is this? Okay, Driven Castle is saying exactly that. Oh my god, like, why would you write something like this? What is this? What, like, why would you write something like this? I am only one confused right now because this API is weird, right? This API is weird. Can you guys agree with that? Come on, man. I cannot be the only one thinking that this API is weird. Please say yes. Come on, man. Jesus Christ. Why would you have an API like this? Oh my God. So I'm going to tell you what I thought this function would be about. I thought this function would be about like calling each, and you probably would give an array and then like providing a callback, which you can literally iterate on each one of the arrays with a given callback. This is what I thought this function was. Now I get why this function was deprecated, because Jesus Christ. Jesus. Like, why would you use this? Oh my God. But come on, guys. This function is deprecated, though. This function is deprecated. Nobody is using it anymore. Apparently, it's what people saying, right? By the way, if you just arrived, my name is Nuno Maduro, PHP and Laravel developer. This is not PHP, by the way, so don't get scared. Don't leave the stream. This is not PHP. People don't do PHP like this anymore, okay? This was a very old function of PHP, which is literally deprecated, and we're getting some troubles trying to understand why this function exists. And we came to this each function because we were reacting to a video where this function appeared on screen. So if you're watching me from YouTube, please give me a follow, give me a like, and all those cool things. I'm streaming every single day at 9 p.m., new YouTube videos at 1 p.m. So give me a follow there. But also, if you're watching me on Twitch, give me a follow over there as well. If you enjoy my content, around PHP and Laravel, feel free to support me financially. And all the money I'm getting from this, it's to make the stream a little bit better, okay? So Drippin' Castle is saying this is one of the many PHP functions that is no longer used. You see? This is no longer used, man. And Transcode is also saying that this function consumes a lot of memory RAM. Interesting. Jakey Boy is saying, hopefully removed. Session CB Key is just saying, what's up, everyone? Welcome to the stream, dude. Yeah, by the way, if you like this kind of loops and stuff like that, just use Laravel collections, which is pretty cool. And you get an object-oriented API, very similar to TypeScript, into JavaScript. It's Laravel collections. If you're using Laravel, it's pretty damn awesome, to be honest. Rodolfo is saying, I think it was never used before. Yeah, man, an API like that, probably never used, to be honest. But yeah.
Safe, not safe, but not deprecated. You can't really fail a WordPress setup. Oh, man. Ah, forgot a semicolon. Semicolon. Let me tell you about Laravel 5.9. But let me tell you, PHP devs are not paid badly. We see $signs all the time. PHP is everywhere. It's not going to die. PHP used to be a good language. We need to do a live stream about job salaries or about the market currently. I feel like one of the things I would love to know, like back in the days when I was getting started, getting into the market, was what are the salaries out there? You know, like to literally know if I was being well paid at the time, because when you are junior, you don't know, you know, I don't know about you, but the first time I went for a job search, I just accepted everything that was being offered to me because I just wanted a job to begin with. So I feel like maybe one day we are going to do a stream about job salaries, because I know I have a younger audience. I've been watching like the analytics of my YouTube channel, and I think it's like more than 60% of the audience is between 24 and 28 or something like that.
or 30 or something, but we have a lot of junior developers watching this stream, so we definitely want to keep the content a little bit balanced between these fun stories of PHP and these very old functions and whatever, but between that and some really good relevant content as well for those junior developers, because I feel like in a stream where literally everyone is a little bit more open about job salaries and how is currently the market, so people can understand if they are being well paid enough, and if not, what can they do to get a better job salary. I think it could be interesting, you know what I mean? And people, Jackie Boy and Arthur are saying that could be interesting. Yeah, for sure. Joe6Go is saying make an age survey. Yeah, we could do that. So actually YouTube Analytics already give me the age survey, but you know, potentially having a salary job thing, an anonymous salary job thing could be interesting to do here on stream. I also think, like, I'm gonna be really honest with you, if you are watching this type of content, like my channel right now, you are already above the average, that's for sure, because not most, but the majority of web developers, they don't really care about watching extra content besides their daily job, which is fine, okay, which is also fine. But those who actually seek learning a little bit more while with my streams or watching Lara casts or reading articles on the internet, they just get better and better over time. You know what I mean? Obviously on my stream I try to bring cool content that I enjoy, you know, in content that I can make, you know, this stream fun, and I can also have a good time. But by listening to this kind of discussions, by being here in the community, you are automatically observing a lot of important knowledge and important information that will make you undeniably a better developer over time. You know what I mean? That's, for example, when I was like 26 or 27, this exact thing you are watching right now, this stream like this, I was watching people like this as well. So I got more information. I got, you know, while having fun, information from the streamer about, well, how is the job market, how I can get a better job, how I can do better PHP development. So if you are one of those who are watching me right now, congratulations, because you are already on above average just by watching my stream. Okay. Not only my stream, but just by being interested and by being a passionate developer, literally just, you know, working after your daily job, which is pretty cool. So congratulations. Code with Sheathen is asking, what is special about the Ghostly terminal? We are going to find out in like 30 seconds because I've installed that tool, but I haven't opened it yet. So Charlie's saying 35 years old here, PHP since 2008. Congratulations and welcome to the stream. Tua Hawk is saying, had a 100% completion on Laracas. Oh, holy boy, that's pretty cool, man. Arthur is saying, thank you, Nuno, for making us a better devs and give us a good time. Thank you. Thank you for being here, man. I also have a good time with you, to be honest. Juroku Kaji saying, hello, Nuno. My colleague is hosting some tech talks with awesome people, and we would love to have you on. I sent you a message on Discord. Yeah, send me... yeah, I will check that message on Discord once I have the time. Thank you so much for the invitation, okay? All right, dudes, let's finish this video because I want to try the Ghostly terminal.
Still is. Have you heard of Laravel? Good language. And
it's that, I mean, it is kind of true that Laravel is now like all over the place. You know, like every PHP developer talks about Laravel at the moment, which is cool, you know. All right, dudes, let's try Ghostly. So this was supposed to be the first part of the stream, which took how much time this took? Oh my God, 1 hour and 50 minutes. Jesus Christ. Okay, we need to move to Ghostly terminal. Let's move here to the Ghostly terminal, which is the terminal everyone is talking about it. So does anyone on the chat already try this, by the way? Does anyone already try this ghostly terminal? Because I have not. I have not tried this terminal. Someone on the chat told me that he is still using the raw terminal of macOS. So I want to clarify this, okay? There is two things. So, by the way, you guys know what the terminal is, right? So if I open here, let me go here. So this is a terminal, okay? The terminal is the place where you would type stuff like, you know, your Git commands, and you guys know what a terminal is about. And typically there is two things you can customize in your terminal. If you have the default terminal on macOS or the default terminal on whatever you are, there is two things you can configure: the terminal app you are using and also the bash you are using. For example, at the moment I'm using OhmyZSH, which is a pretty cool terminal, a pretty cool bash. I'm going to show you OhmyZSH, which is this one. I'm using this, and this actually gives you a lot of cool stuff. I'm going to post here on the chat real quick. I'm going to put some music here. There we go. So this is OhmyZSH, and gives you really cool stuff. Like, for example, you have this green arrow before the current directory, which tells you if the latest command was run successfully or not. You have as well, like, what is the current branch you are working on. There is a lot of things on OhmyZSH, and if you are if you are not using it, you're probably missing out. So I'm going to copy paste the link here to the chat, okay? There we go. So I sent you the link. This is something I use a lot, by the way, and makes your terminal really pretty, okay? So besides the bash you are using, which I personally use OhmyZSH, I think it's a pretty cool bash framework, literally. Something I use as well is iterm2, okay? And I've been using iterm2. iterm2 is this one. I've been using iterm2 since forever, literally. And I'm a big fan of iterm2. I use it for everything pretty much, and I love it, okay? The second terminal I use a lot is Heaper. Let me just open it real quick. There we go. I use Heaper terminal, which is very pretty, and I typically use this for presentations. So, I can go into my workspace, I can go into my streams folder potentially, So I use Heaper for presentations and iterm2 for actually work. And I know a lot of people use Warp at the moment, which I haven't actually used it yet, I think. Or if I used, not Wrap, Warp terminal, which I think it's like, it has a very deep integration with the AI and a very good auto-completion as well. I haven't used it already, but maybe I can use it sometime. To see how it goes. I am not even sure if it's free, because I'm seeing here pricing already, which, okay, it's free for individuals and professional engineers to boost productivity. And you have up to 100 AI requests per month, which is probably nothing, to be fair, because I type more than 100 times on my terminal. Arthur is saying, I am still in college. Wait, what? Okay. Arthur is saying, I have issues with Ghostly when I've tried to set up with SSH, which goes a little bit crazy. Interesting. Okay. Grande Evans say uses the console with a Kappa on KDA, and yeah, but I don't have Linux, so I don't think I can even use that. Back in Snacks is saying that I just tweeted about iterm2, which is pretty cool. G. Raphael is saying he uses Warp at the moment. Chugging Coffee, thank you so much for the tier 1 subscription on Twitch. I really appreciate your support. All the money I'm getting from Twitch will be to make the stream even better, so I really appreciate that. Which makes 201 subscribers. Ow! Which is pretty cool. Thank you. And Luis is asking me if I ever tried Warp. I have never tried Warp, okay? But everyone is saying that the Warp is the best terminal I have used until now. I may try Warp today, man, just because everyone is speaking about that. But let's give it a try to Ghostly. So Ghostly is this terminal, which everyone is talking about that, which is apparently fast as hell, feature-rich, and cross-platform terminal emulator that uses platform-native UI and GPU acceleration. So obviously they have a strong marketing about being fast, okay? About being fast. Back in Snakes just subscribe at tier 1 in Twitch. Thank you so much for your subscription, dude. I really appreciate it. So they obviously have a lot of marketing about being fast, you know, which I don't know how can you be faster than iTerm 2, but let's see how it goes, okay? Ducatan is saying that the hype is real. I will give them that. Yeah, that's for sure. Everyone is talking about this. Okay, the only thing I have done prior to come to stream is literally clicking on download, and then I have dragged the application into my applications folder. And the result was this, okay? So let's actually have iTerm 2 right here and ePerterminal right here. Potentially I could have Warp because everyone is talking about that, but let's try to compare this one with my existing terminal. So this is already Ghostly, okay? Ghostly on the left, right here, Ghostly, iTerm 2, and ePerterminal. So obviously my ePerterminal just looks awesome. As you can see, it's like borderless, have some spacing, left, top, bottom, everything, because it's literally the terminal I use to make my presentations. My iTerm 2 is also a little bit pretty because I think I have removed some of the things here on top, but this is Ghostly. So let's try to read a little bit about the documentation to see what we find about this terminal, okay? Do they have stuff like, what is this about Ghostly? So Ghostly is a terminal that is fast, feature-rich, and native. They have mentioned a lot of times native already. While there is many excellent terminal emulators out there, blah, 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 they all force you to choose between speed, features, and native UIs. Yeah, something I have noticed is that ePerterminal is literally a lot slower than iTerm 2. I have noticed that. Reviews, thank you so much, dude. How many subscribers have you gave? I think it's 10, man. Thank you so much for those gifted subscribers, dude. Again, you are like one of the OGs already of this stream, and as you all know, all the money I do from this streaming will make the stream better. I can promise you that. By the way, I don't know if I have to tell you guys, I have just acquired a new MacBook Pro. Is a MacBook Pro Max with 36 gigabytes of memory, and I'm excited to start making streams with that, okay? Thank you so much for your support, okay? Thank you so much, Rodizio, for your support, dude. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Cheffing Coffee is saying, also real quick, if you never use the last login line in iTerm, just literally touch ush login with an empty config file and it will be gone forever. Really? I had no idea about that. Revizio, thank you so much again for your 10 gifted subs, man. Michael Doreen is saying, I'm glad you didn't get fooled by people telling you to get more memory RAM. Dude, I am so with you on that one. I saw you answering to Liam, and like this current laptop I'm streaming at the moment, so I have Chrome plus PHP Storm plus Streamlabs, multi-streaming to 4 different platforms, okay? Multi-streaming, I have music, I have whatever. In my current laptop is an M1 with 16 gigabytes of memory. and it's never have been slow. Like literally I could stay with this laptop. It's still super fast, you know, but my wife needs a laptop. So I literally found an excuse to acquire a new MacBook. So 16 gigabytes of memory allow me to do all of this. And Ian, which is, I don't know if you guys know Ian, but it was, I think, was one of the first bosses of Taylor Otwell. He told me you need to get 128 gigabytes of memory, otherwise you will regret that. And I was like, what? Like, why would I do that? Like, if 16 is already enough for all of this, I mean, I get why would you say that to get 32, for example, but like 128, why? Like, why would you get this amount of memory? It's a little bit too crazy. Jonas, thank you so much for the 100 beats, man. I really appreciate it. Thank you. XS is saying, what about Docker? I don't use Docker, man. Shaking Coffin is saying, that's awesome. I'm about to use the same excuse with my wife. Oh my God, man. It's hilarious, man. Roberto is saying, I have a Mac, I have M4 Pro 16 with 48 gigas of memory. Yeah, I know that the M4 Pro had only like 24 or 48. I wanted like a little bit more of memory, and I thought I'm gonna go just to the M4 Max because it really feels like probably enough for what I do. Probably way more than enough for what I do, that's for sure. Louise is asking me why you don't use Docker. What environment do you use at the moment? I'm using this little tool called dbwing, which gives me MySQL and Redis 7, and that's it, nothing else. But yeah, I don't use Docker for local development, that's for sure. Okay, so let's keep going on this. I want to see a little bit about, you know, so I get it's native, it's feature rich, and have a lot of stuff, and it's fast, and blah, blah, blah. What is cool about this terminal, by the way? Okay, built-in themes. Ghostly ships with hundreds of built-in themes that can be selected one line of configuration by using the theme configuration option. For example, to use the popular cappuccino theme, just type this. Okay, where do I type this, by the way? Okay, do I need to create this folder? I think I do. Give me a second here. In configuration, okay. Do they have like an easy way of going to the configuration? Let me check that real quick. Oh, it's settings. Give me just a second real quick. Oh, I'm in. Okay, cool. Okay, I have this little configuration thing open, which is a little bit smaller for my taste, so I'm gonna make it really big. And what I will do is copy this. Where is the line thing? The theme thing. What is this music? Jesus, I'm getting crazy right now. Let's put here some streaming vibes. There we go. Okay, this is better. Okay, so we have settings open. So typically I expect to just copy paste this Catapuccine Frappe, and I have a new theme. Oh, do I need to reload the thing? Or already have? Oh, interesting. Yeah, this is definitely a little bit better. Which other themes do I have? Oh, the building themes are sorted out from iTerm 2. Interesting. And apparently I can just type this to see all the available themes. Let's do that real quick. Oh, nice. This is actually cool. Oh, there is a lot of themes. let's choose one cool. So this is like the cappuccino frappe they were talking about. Let's choose something a little bit different. Cyberpunk? Interesting. So back in with Snacks is saying use the 1/2 dark. Okay. Oh, they have one from Elementary. Nice. So 1/2 dark. Okay, 1 second. If you press, you can search. Really? What do you mean? Oh. Doesn't really work the search for me, but I just found the 1/2 dark thing. Is this one? I think it is, right? 1/2 dark. Yeah, this is the one. Okay. So I just type enter and that's it. Oh, no. So the enter doesn't work. So the enter doesn't work. Should I type something else or? You have to update manually. So they have a UI to select the theme, but then you have to update manually. You know why WordPress is so popular? It's because of stuff like this, man. It's because of stuff like this. Yeah, you guys make fun of WordPress sometimes. That's literally because of stuff like this that WordPress is so popular, man. You see? Like, they have this amazing UI and they forgot to listen for a key press on enter, which I can literally just select the theme. Jesus Christ, man. Sender ENZ, thank you so much for the subscription on Prime, man. I really appreciate your support. I'm gonna get that money to make the stream better. Thank you so much, man. Okay, folks, this little selector is not working, so I'm gonna copy 1/2 dark. Okay, I'm gonna close this. Should I close it? I don't even know. Okay, I've escaped it. Okay. So I can go now to the settings and type here 1/2 dark. That's it. And reload the configuration. Okay, is that the one? If I do this, what happens? Okay, gotcha. You didn't find the thing. Okay. So this is definitely the one. Okay, cool. All right. I mean, it's not like fantastic, but it's looking better for sure. Yeah, it's looking cool, man. Rodolph is asking me if I use Herd. Herd is awesome, but I'm not using Herd yet. I'm using... What am I using? I don't even know. I'm using regular PHP with Brew at the moment. So separate light and dark themes. I don't want light themes for sure for my terminal. What else? Okay, so this is just coloring at the moment. What other features do they have? So themes, ligatures, okay. Class platform, tab splits, okay, so kind of the basic stuff, right? I can do Control T, I can jump between tabs. Okay, that's the basic stuff. Oh, shell integration, what is this? Oh, okay, so apparently Ghostly is well integrated already with Oh My ZSH, right? ZSH. Steven, thank you so much for your subscription on Prime, man. Really appreciate your support. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, I'm a little bit confused. I'm gonna tell you why I'm confused. So with iTerm 2, okay, with iTerm 2, something I can do is click here on settings. I can go to my appearance, for example, and I can choose like between compact and minimal, profiles, go color, text, and literally just tweak a little bit how I want things, okay? So this is through this UI in iTerm 2. They don't have a UI, they do? I don't think they do have an UI. They have literally just this little thing, and I have to guess what options this stuff have, right? So all this stuff, because it's just being fast. Come on, man, it cannot be that. Give me a second. Do they have a search on the docs? They don't have a search on the docs? Oh my god. Okay, option reference, and I see font family. Oh, because, okay. Okay, so if I do this, can I do, let's say, JetBrains operator mono? Is that it? I don't even know. Give me a second. JetBrains mono space nerd font. Okay. JetBrains mono space nerd font. Without any UI, this will be tough, man. Someone is saying you don't need the codes. Oh, you mean here? Yeah, but I wanted like to see at least my font changing, which I don't think. Oh, because I need to reload the thing. Okay, why don't I automatically reload when I save the configuration? Jesus Christ. Oh, and I don't need the. Okay, okay. Okay. Is this even working, man? Oh my god. The default font is JetBrains Mono. Dude, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like this first experience just get me out of the mood immediately. You know what I mean? It's getting me out of the mood a little bit already. Because look at this, man. I'm gonna go here again to iTerm 2. I can check updates real quick. I can go here. I can click on settings, go to appearance, in Windows tabs, panels, dimming, profile. I can go to colors, change the colors, everything. Go to text, choose the vertical bar, underline thing, blah, 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 blah. Back in Snacks, can you do a gist on GitHub? I'm gonna give you a platform where you can do you know the platform gist, like this gist GitHub thing? Do you mind if do a gist? I'm gonna send you this real quick. All right, take that link right there and just copy paste your configuration to see if I get it, you know what I mean? To see if I get it, you know? Because I was thinking about making a video on YouTube about this, and you know, my face is not even good at the moment, so I don't know, man. Someone was saying like use without codes, but like the docs literally have the codes, so now I'm even more confused. Back in snacks is like preparing for us a gist on GitHub. Okay, so we are going to copy that gist and, you know, try to understand a little bit more of this. Because I mean, something that people need to understand, especially when you, so top level tip for documentation, something you need to assume is that people will be tired when they are reading your documentation, okay? So you need to have your documentation good enough or simple enough or straightforward enough for someone who is very tired, like I am at the moment, someone who is like a very junior development or whatever, can literally get and use your tool without having to trying to guess like what this is about, you know? Okay, apparently there's a lot of little options right here. Can I have something like for the padding, for example? Oh, okay, this is nice actually. Let's use this already. So settings again, window padding, and I'm gonna use 2 and 4, for example. And now I need to reload again. What happens if I put 20, for example, or 30 here? Nothing happens? Great. Okay, back in snacks, just literally share the link with us. Usually Hi is saying some settings you might need to have to restart. Okay. And why the tool is not telling me that? But okay, I'm gonna restart it. So, Ghostly. Oh, okay, now I see the padding. Okay, gotcha. And I also see the, I think... Do they say that I need to restart those things? Yeah, they don't say that I need to restart the terminal at any time. Oh, okay. Changing this configuration at runtime will only affect new terminals, new windows, and new tabs. Gotcha. Okay, thank you. So I'm gonna put 2 and 4, for example. So I need to restart the tool again. So quit, reopen. So this is clearly not enough. So I'm gonna give like 20 here. Quit and open it. Okay, a little bit better right now. And JetBrains nerd font. The font is now being used as well, which is cool. Okay, we are making progress right now. Okay, some settings we need to restart, okay? And I need to read a little bit better the documentation about that. Okay. So let's see the gist from back with snacks. I'm gonna copy the link and put it here. Let's just copy paste this little snippet and put it here. Okay, theme 1 half dark. The title is an empty string for some reason, probably because of, you know, hiding some options here. macOS style bar proxy icon hidden, font size 18, adjust cell height of 80%, window padding X, which is this little vertical thing, 20, Y 10, and Windows save state always. Okay, let's save this and restart Ghostty. Okay. Okay, so I can, let's say, go to stream, and I'm gonna type Vim. I don't know if I have Vim even installed. I do. And I'm gonna walk on this thing on Vim. There we go. There we go. You see me walking on Vim? I'm gonna go on insert mode. Oh yeah. Now I'm gonna go escape. That's it. Okay, it's not looking bad. It's not looking bad. And I'm gonna quit Vim. Oh, okay. I cannot quit. Okay, I'm gonna do this. There we go. Bam, bam, bam. How do I quit Vim? I don't even know. It's not this. I think it is. Oh, but I need to quit and exit or quick and save, which is, I think, this. No? No? Okay, I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna quit this thing right here. Bam. Okay. So, okay, that's not bad, you know? That's not bad. So we have this little padding X and padding Y, and we have this save state always. Do you guys know what this thing is doing even? I don't know. Let me go check real quick. Windows save state, either to enable saving on restore Windows state. Oh, okay. So does that mean like if I do this and this, if I quit the application and I reopen it, do I get like the state back? I do. So 2 terminals open. Nice. Okay. Interesting. I don't know what this adjust cell weight is. So what, I'm gonna be honest, like what Ghostly seems to be, it's like a high customizable terminal, but through this configuration, which is apparently, well, it's like this dictionary of options where I can just use real quick, okay? Jonas Brent is saying NeoVim tomorrow. Back in Snacks is saying Nuno knows how to get out of Vim. Emily saying nobody knows how to get out of Vim. Megacorp CTO is saying bruh. Oh my god, people are literally asking me to do a stream on Vim, like literally. But I mean, I would be so noob, dude, because I don't know how to do anything on Vim. Like, you know, if I go back into this streams folder, like, I would have to think about so many stuff, you know? Like, literally, like, I would have to have this tree thing where I can navigate around, you know? I would have to memorize through muscle memory to walk through on this H, G, K, and L. It would be so tough, man. I would have so much to learn, you know? Oh my god. Megacorp CTO is saying, if you are pissed with Gio's configuration, imagine trying config with NeoVim. Well, I'm gonna be honest, like, probably I overreact regarding the options. It's just I was expecting some sort of UI to configure my terminal. That's it, you know? I probably should have read a little bit better that all the options are literally on this option reference, and you know, I can just come here and search for padding, for example, and I find like the option that concerns padding, and I also now know that some of these options require me to restart the terminal, you know. Greeny Evans is saying use the Nerd3 plugin for the directory browsing. Gotcha. So we need to do a stream on Vim and that's it, you know. But you guys need to promise me that you are not gonna make fun of me, because you know I have literally no idea what most of Vim is about. So okay, so what did we learn today? We learned that we have a new terminal, call it Ghostly, where most of the settings are done through this configuration file, which can be accessed through this settings option and give. Okay, this is text edit, never mind. And this options are literally right here under settings, and you can, you know, change some of these configuration options. And some options require you to restart the terminal, but you can configure pretty much everything from these options. And I feel like if I would spend time enough on this, I can probably make it as pretty as my Hyper terminal. But yeah, just being fast, it doesn't convinces me to actually change to this Ghostly terminal. So that being said, I'm going to exit the terminal and we are going to move forward to some open source work, because we do have open source work to do today, okay? Don't forget about that. Willie Lustig is saying run past in 3 terminals and let's see the speed. So actually the speed, it's not about running past. So running past on 3 terminals will give you the same speed. Apparently it's about, you know, multiple tabs. Like for example, the hyper terminal, which is this one right here, this is running on Electron, meaning that it's probably consuming 1 GB of memory at the moment. Okay, so you know, I think that's kind of the speed we are talking about, where iTerm 2, but probably like Ghostly, it's running natively using the resources of the machine and things like that. Broco is asking if I use Starship. I think I use Starship, the theme from Oh My Zadisashi, yeah. Okay, dudes, let's do some open source, because we do have some open source to do today, okay? So let's open Safari in Pack, the Pack project. Let's close everything down and let's review some pull requests. So if you don't know, for those who don't know, we are working all together as a community on this new open source project, call it Pack. And if you don't know Pack is this CLI tool which allows you to literally find spelling mistakes in your source code. I'm going to show you, okay? I'm going to show you. I'm going to move here back to my coding screen, which is right here. And what we are doing is this Pack tool, which works in the following way. If I'm going to go to this project right here, which as you can see, I have like source, directories, you have a bunch of stuff. If I were to create a file with the name persons, and that persons will have an extra N, as you can see right here, and I would save this file as .php, obviously there is a problem, a typo on this given file name. So what our tool does is that if I run now bin pack, it will tell me that obviously I have a lot of problems, but if I change to the correct PHP version, there we go, will hopefully tell me the following. Bin pack, there we go. There is a misspelling on persons, there is too many N's. Do you mean persons? Or personas, for example. So this is what this tool is about. In eyesight, you might think, well, it's not that important, it's really just fixing typos. However, if we apply this tool not only to file names, but also to class names, into PHP annotations, or into HTML buttons, or into multiple things, and allow you to configure the language and more, it can be really helpful, as you can imagine. So today I have this goal of actually reviewing the pull requests from the community, because last time we spoke, we actually received a lot of pull requests, and now we have 9 pull requests to review today. Okay, you guys excited about this? Because if you are, I am, man. I am excited about reviewing some of this work. TechnoCats is asking me, Nuno, are you from Madura? I'm not, dude. I'm from Portugal. Okay, my name is Nuno Maduro, but I'm from Portugal. Mihon Black is saying your job is useless. Well, I don't know, man. Thank you, I guess. Megacorp CTO is saying is fast on the rendering stuff, which usually not the problem for most tasks in the terminal. Yeah, I get you, man. Like, but also I have like an M1, a MacBook M1. I feel like something like Hyper, which runs with Electron, it's like a full browser almost for the terminal, will probably be a little bit slower on different laptops. And I do get that the fact that I have a MacBook M1, probably Hyper doesn't feel slow to me, but on different laptops will probably feel a little bit more slower. So I get why we need faster terminals. I do feel though that iTerm 2 is super fast. So yeah. Daily Code is saying, is this stream about Ghostly? Yeah, we just checked the terminal Ghostly, that was fun. Jenner is asking, are you still working on the blade formatting tool for Paint? So actually I did a pull request, which indeed formatted blade, not only blade, but HTML code literally with Paint. The problem about that pull request is there was no way of actually getting a format where everyone would agree on. You know, so we had to table the pull request because the way that the code was being formatted, it was kind of questionable depending on the person who is like doing the code. So I had to table it. I apologize about that. Healy is saying, is this GitHub light mode? Yes, it is, dude. Luis is saying, I thought Nuno was kind of a nickname. Nah, it's just my name, man. My name is Nuno Maduro. Most people think that my name comes from Spain, but yeah, it's from Portugal. Undeniably, the origins of Maduro, they come from Spain, in Venezuela, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I'm Portuguese. Duca10 is saying, that is a GitHub light mode? Yeah, man, we have a GitHub light mode. I don't even know if there is a way of configuring this. But yeah, I do use the light mode on GitHub. Let's read some of this stuff, man. Let's try to start with... so I know that I have a pull request from Git and Flow, which adds, you know, adds, if I'm not mistaken, adds words to the configuration. So we have this pull request to review, which I feel probably we should start with this. But the code have changed it so much that we are going to probably merge this a little bit different by importing some of the changes we want. Let me just check this real quick. Target Ask is asking, could you create an AI agent in Laravel? I probably could, but I'm gonna be honest, like that AI topic, I feel it's so... I'm so tired of it, to be honest. I have created already some AI agents for myself, and I don't feel it's fun enough, to be honest, at the moment. So maybe another time, if you don't mind. Sia Ryo is saying, yeah, just from preference, I don't understand, like, from Blade of two event sizes. Yeah, so the problem wasn't actually, like, the eventing. That actually I made it configurable. The problem was, like, what happens if you have an element with, like, 10 different attributes, like a div with class name, but also with other stuff. And some of these design choices may seem easy, but they are so questionable and will depend on the person. And we didn't find a way of actually configuring that well. So, you know, I just end up tabling it. Okay, let's move forward. Let's start by migrating some of the things I really liked about the pick and flow pull request. So the first one was this little possible autoload paths array, which contained like the local one, but also the global installation one. And I feel like this was generally a, you know, a good thing to do. So let's just do this real quick. I'm gonna not merge it because there is other changes on this pull request, but I'm gonna import this change. So I'm gonna go to my bin pack file, and we have obviously this if condition, which checks if I'm using pack like through the vendor path or through the local path. And so what I can do here is literally just do something like autoload paths, which will contain both the vendor one, but the local one as well. And then for each one of them, which undeniably I can just refactor to this real quick. There we go. For each one of those autoload paths, if the file exists, I'm going to include it, if I'm not mistaken. If the file exists, I'm going to include the file and break. That's it. There you go. And we can now remove all of this. So I think this was overall a good change, to be honest. If I run pack, it really just works. I can run Pint real quick to style my code. And now I can, you know, commit these changes real quick. So I'm going to type, this is a really important thing, by the way, git add -p if you want to review your changes before committing them, okay? I use this thing all the time. And let's call this refacto autoload imports. and let's push this, okay? So this is something I wanted to do from Pick and Flow's pull request. What else do we have here? We have the name. Didn't we do this? Let me check this real quick. We did, right? Oh, we improved a little bit the description of the name, but I'm gonna keep it just pack for now if you guys don't mind. And the version is still like a very alpha version, which is okay. He also migrated the commands to this kernel class. So the kernel class actually on his pull request had most of the commands, which if I'm not mistaken, there we go. But I'm gonna not migrate this for now. And I feel like his pull request literally allowed me to add words to the configuration. So the configuration is, as you guys know, is something that leaves a pack.json file. It's literally this little thing. And his pull request allows me to basically type something like bin pack, add, and then just provide the word, which I'm not really sure if I want to do this. What do you guys think? Do you guys think is like something that you would personally use, like a command to add the words? Or you would just click on the configuration and add the words like manually? I think I would add it manually. What do you guys think about this? Yeah, usually Hai is saying that I just would open the configuration file. Ducatan is saying I would just open the configuration file. Yeah, I'm gonna table this little command for now, if you don't mind, Pick and Flow, because I really feel like it's just faster to go to the configuration file and add the words manually. Undeniably, when you first developed the pull request, there wasn't any configuration at all, so I get why you did it this way, okay? And the rest of it was because we didn't have the configuration. So that all of this makes sense, to be honest. All of this makes sense, but the code have changed a little bit since then. So I don't feel we need this anymore. Just to give you a review of this, I feel like the code looks good overall. So you did stuff here, for example, this save method is literally receiving, you know, the whitelist path, which is a bunch of whitelisted words. And then you would JSON encode this with this option called a JSON pretty tag or pretty print, which is something I would do personally, so that feels good for me, okay? Yeah, this stuff really looks cool, but we already have the configuration file at the moment, so I'm going to ignore this for now. And the rest of it is already migrated. But good job overall. There was a good things we imported, like this little thing right here. But the rest of it, I'm going to table it for now. Okay, let's go now through the next one. We have a pull request from Jefferson Simão Gonçalves, which is a duplicate of 7. What is 7? It's something I have closed 4 days ago. And it literally has, yeah, a Docker Compose setup to develop, you know, this package locally. And again, this is something I personally don't use, and I don't think we have any maintainer doing this for now, so I'm going to table this as well. It's a good idea, but you know, I have merged the pull request like this on past, and I don't understand the pull request, so I don't think I should have merged it to begin with. Next, we have this pull request that adds function and class name checker. Okay, this seems interesting. Let's see. It's coming from Resvinia Cove, and the description is the following. Adds new functionality to pack to analyze PHP code files and spell check function class names against the current project dictionary. Ignores words in directories that are on the pack.json configuration file. And we have already one review, but we also have the code. Let's see this. Jukatan is asking me, what do I use for local DB? I use this tool called dbwing or dbwing, okay? Which is something that gives me a Redis instance, but also MySQL, which is what I use for local development. Highly Lustig is saying closing without comment is just mean. Well, most of the people who are doing these contributions are here on stream, so we can, you know, if you want, I can. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I review so many code during the day that I just forget literally to put some comments. I'm gonna do that real quick. So on the Docker one, I'm gonna just say thank you so much to for 100 bits. And I'm having a wonderful day, and thank you so much for the wishes of Happy New Year for you too, man. So I'm gonna just answer to the Docker guy. I personally don't use Docker for my local development, so I rather table this for now. Thank you so much for your contribution, and that's it. Okay, does this feel a little bit better now? Hope it does. And this one was from Pick and Flow. I'm going to just say I have imported the initial suggestions on the binary file. The rest of the suggestions I am going to table it for now. I may come back to it later in the future. Okay, there we go. I should have done this from the beginning. I apologize about that. Yeah, the tool I use for local development is this dbging. I send it on YouTube so you guys can see as well. Ridizio is saying, I am surprised you don't use data grip. What is data grip, by the way? Jukatan is asking, does it run service automatically? No, you need to start the MySQL instance and also the Redis instance as well. Jakey Boy is saying adding the word to .json is perfect. I agree, man. I also like to literally have that .pack file, which allows me to configure the project real quick. So I know that the data grip, I don't know if it's data grip, but I know that the DB tool from JetBrains, the UI one at least, keeps transactions open, and I will never use a tool that keeps transactions open. I don't know if they have fixed that already or not. Back with Snacks is saying, just curious, how many of you have been in the same room as Nuno? Yeah, that's a good question. How many of you have actually interacted with me in the past? So, you know, I have been obviously a speaker from Laracon EU, Laracon US, and Laracon Australia as well, India. How many of you actually have been with me already? That's a good question. Back in Snacks is saying Laracon US in Dallas. Interesting. Josh is saying another UK visit. Yeah, I've been in Laravel Live UK. That was a fun conference as well. Michael Dorinda is saying hi. Yeah, I've been with Michael Dorinda in Laracon, Australia. Very fun conference as well. Driven Castle is saying an important metric for devs, Nuno distance. You hilarious, dude. Thanks for your contribution, by the way. That was awesome, man. It was kind of funny that you end up doing that configuration code that, unfortunately, I think we did it 30 minutes earlier on a different pull request. But it was good. It was good, man. It was a good job. Congratulations. Jakey Boy is saying, I saw you on LinkedIn and then became a follower. Yeah, man. LinkedIn is huge. Like, I don't know if you guys know, but I've been in Twitter forever, you know? Twitter is like my home in social media, because all my friends are originally from Twitter, and most of the Laravel PHP community is there. But you know, since Elon Musk did, like, you know, that thing, basically the community, I feel it's a little bit split at the moment. So I feel like I have community. Jonas, thank you so much for the 100 bits. Thanks for, you know, always being on that side supporting my work. Thank you so much. So I feel like the community is a little bit split at the moment. We have people on Blue Sky, we have people on LinkedIn, we have people on Twitch now, we have people on YouTube, we have people on Twitter. I don't know, man. Nothing feels home at the moment, so I don't know anymore. John is saying it's time for bed here. I wish you all a happy new year. Man, you too, man. I hope you celebrate. And tomorrow is New Year's Eve, and have fun, man. Andy is saying, I got a photo with you at Laracon Newark too. Newark was so much fun. Yeah, that was a long time ago. By the way, past the framework, the idea came from one of those trips to Laracon US. So, Jonas, thank you so much for the gifted tier 1 sub. Again, thank you for your support, dude. Okay, so we have this pull request that adds function and class name checker to pack. What is this? Let's open it. So one thing it does is adding the word termwin to our pack.json file. So I think he's doing this because, you know, one of the functions being used is probably termwin below, okay? So he created one class function name checker, which implements our interface checker. So we talked about this. We talked about this, like how important was to have this contract that other developers will follow. This is something important as well in open source, is that you want to give or leave a good foundation so other people can contribute. If you have like very clear code, it's almost not necessary to have documentation because other developers will just come to see how things are implemented and just copy paste some of these things. Okay, so something I've just noticed is that he have made a class function name checker implementing our interface we have created, you know, which is a very good thing to do. And then he have a read-only class function name checker, which implements checker. So here is missing the little final keyword, which we are using at the moment. So I'm going to just start the review. So here is missing the final. I'm also checking that here is a wrong documentation. So this should actually be creates a new checker instance, or just this to be a little bit more ergonomic. Is receiving an instance of configuration and an instance of the spell checker. So all of this seems normal to me. And what it does is it walks through all of the PHP files. So here it is literally having all the PHP files, not folders, just files. And then it gets all of the functions and classes from the file real path. Interesting. So here it says get functions and classes, but the return variable is words. Let's try to understand this. Ooh. Get all class names in function namee from a file. Huh. Yeah, I would probably have done this part specifically a little bit different. I would probably have used reflection, to be honest. Just literally infer the class name using reflection. But let's see. Let's assume this is working as expected. What does this return? Return literally the words on this format. We have the name of the word, but also the line. Or better, we have the name of the file, but also the line. Gotcha. And these are the problematic words, it seems, right? Let me double check. Back in Snacks is saying, Nuno, do you have a way of requiring a controller to only use 7 CRUD actions or invoke? I would love that. I would love to make that part of the architectural testing. Yeah, so we have literally a preset that does that. As Emily and Dev is saying, you can use Arch, Arrow preset, Arrow Laravel, and that will basically ensure that you are only using the 7 CRUD methods plus the invocable, okay? Constantine Ross is saying that is 3 or 4 pull requests for this feature. Oh, really? So what do you mean? Like these other pull requests that just literally add this through reflection? Oh, okay. There is another one from Julio here. Oh my God. Interesting. So this pull request is almost identical to the original one or to the one we just reviewed. The difference is the get issues from class, which is called get classes and functions in the other pull request. The only difference is that here we're using reflection, which is what I was originally proposing. Exactly. This also seems a little bit more complete as we are fetching as well the property names, but also the parameter names and blah, 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 blah. Okay, this seems a little bit more aligned from what I would expect to this stuff to do. You said that is 3 pull requests? Oh, so this is the one we checked. There is also this name checker, which probably does exactly that thing. So this one is using prig match. Yeah. Oh my God, we have one which uses tokens. The second one uses preg match expressions. The third one uses reflection. That's crazy. How about this one? Uses reflections though, okay. This one uses reflection as well. Undeniably, the very first one seems a little bit more complete, right? This one from Julio. Let me check that real quick. Josh is saying it's very interesting that the pull requests are doing the same thing but differently. Yeah, that's right, man. They are doing the same thing but differently. Emily Dev is saying Pack should not get all files and then run checkers in one of them. Yeah, you should for sure walk through the files, not all the times, like in all checkers, but just once, that's for sure. Yeah, you're right, man. Ross is saying there is 3 pull requests for this feature. One uses reflection, the other one was tokens, and the third one uses rejects expressions. Let me see this one real quick. So get issues from class. It receives the SP file info. Get class name with namespace. What is this? If there is no class, then we bail out. If there is a class, we open a new reflection and then we fetch the names from the methods and from the property names. And we also get the doc comment. And once we have like method names, property names, and also doc comments, we are going to literally check them using the spell checker. Yeah, this little thing on the bottom feels a little bit weird to me. Like, you typically when I use try catch, I would catch the exact exception I could have on this statement, you know what I mean? So this feels okay to me overall, but the only thing I would change here, Julio, is literally just this catch at the end. I would make it a little bit more specific about what are you catching exactly. Do you know what I mean? Mobadies is asking which is the brand of my headphones. I think it's Sony, Sony something. Not really sure. Do you have tests for all this stuff? You do, man. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm very inclined to this pull request. I'm gonna be honest, man. Just the fact that he uses reflection all over the place is something I would personally use, you know what I mean? Let me check something real quick. How are you getting comments? Also from reflection? Let me check. Get okay, also from reflection. Yeah, this is exactly how I would solve this. The only problem I'm seeing here is literally this catch at the end. Okay, do we have tests for all of this stuff? Let me check real quick. If I go all the way down, do we have tests to all of this stuff? So class checker right here. And class with typo errors. So here are some typos. Here is a property without and with typo. Here is a method with typo. Yeah, this is perfect, man. Toast Tap is saying, hello, how are you doing on Ghostly? I've been using it for the last few days on Linux, seems good here. Yeah, I've tried. I don't feel it has compelling reasons enough for making me change from iTerm 2. That's my judgment at the moment. I feel like iTerm 2 is a solid choice of a terminal for me at the moment, and I didn't see anything that would make me change immediately for Ghostly. That's my feeling. So for now, I'm going to keep using iTerm 2. By the way, if you just arrived, my name is Nuno Maduro. I'm a PHP and Laravel developer. Today we have done a lot of things already, reviewed a video about PHP, then we reviewed Ghostly, which is pretty cool, but you know, not enough compelling reasons at the moment for changing, at least for me. And now we are doing some open source work by reviewing some of the community pull requests that we have received in the last 2 days. What else? If you want to support me, just give me a follow on YouTube or on Twitch. If you enjoy my content, of course. And yeah, that's it. Redizo is saying reflection should be very accurate at getting the proper class names and function names, but it's slower than using token and regex apparently. Yeah, I'm aware of that. I'm aware that reflection is slower, but again, is less error prone basically. You know what I mean? It's less problematic. That's it. If we feel, Constantine, if we feel that reflection will cause problems of being slower, we change the approach. But for now, I need something that just works, that I'm sure it will work, and reflection. And then when I do like something like get doc comment, I'm pretty sure that reflection works. And if I don't do reflection, if I do something else like reject expressions, I may find problems because, you know, reject expressions. So, and reflection is more easy to maintain. Yeah, as Cadino is saying, exactly. Dukaten is saying, by the way, what are reflections? That's a great question, Dukaten, and I apologize about that. I'm gonna show you, okay? So let me go here into pack.php file. We sometimes we need to keep in mind this, like some of us have done some a little bit more advanced PHP, but other developers may actually not done this kind of things like reflection. Reflection especially is something you would never do as a typical PHP developer. I mean, I never use reflection on real web applications, so we need to keep in mind when we are here on the stream that some people may not follow even, you know, but I'm going to show you what is reflection, okay? So let's imagine like this little default command file, okay, which is right here. If we want to find some more information about this class, so this class, as you can see, lives in our own project folder, lives at pack console commands, and we have this class called a default command. If I want to find some more information about this class, but at runtime, something I can use is reflection. So let's use reflection here real quick. I'm going to type the following. I'm going to type reflection equals to, I'm going to make this a little bit bigger, equals to new reflection class. So this is something native to PHP, okay? And then I'm going to provide this default command class, okay? So some of the things I can do now is just below I can type the following, reflection, and I can get, for example, the attributes being used on this class, or I can get something really easy like get doc comment. I'm going to just type this, okay? And I'm going to save this on comments. And I'm gonna type var dump or die var dump with the comments, and you will see the result, which is very interesting, okay? So I'm gonna type bin pack, and as you can see, we have literally at runtime all of the comments of this class. So by calling something like new reflection, providing the class name, we can literally fetch all of the comments of this given class. This is like one very little thing that you can do with reflection, but it is so much more. So for example, I can come here if I want to and type something like, you know, find the number of lines this class has. I can get the file name where the class belongs to. I can get all the interfaces used. I can get all of the methods. Dude, it's literally so powerful. I feel like reflection makes PHP so powerful. Stuff like Eloquent from Laravel is using it. We use reflection at like literally always in Laravel, you know? I hope this explanation allowed to, you know, clear a little bit things out for some of you. If you still have questions about reflection, now is the moment, okay? But I can also do stuff like has method, for example, which is very helpful. So if I go to this default command, for example, and I create a public, for example, function stream, for example, which returns void, for example, check this out. So I can have this function, and something I can do is go here and check if I have the stream method, for example, okay? And this will return true if I have the method, but if I don't have, if I remove this, for example, this will now return false as a result, okay? Josh is saying, definitely you need to make a clip on reflection to post on YouTube. Yeah, I will think about that. Like, reflection is one of my favorite things to use. Like, Past PHP's article plugin, it's using this stuff all the time to literally try to understand, you know, some of your code and try to help you a little bit better. What else do I have here interesting to show you? We have this new lazy proxy and ghost, which is something implemented now on PHP 8.4. We can know if methods are static or not. Like, for example, here I can type new get method configure, for example, and I can go deep into this method, getting the docs if I want to, or getting something like the visibility, for example. I know I have some get visibility or whatever, or is public, I don't even know. Yeah, is public to know if the method is public or not, which is super powerful. So this is what reflection is about. And this is what we have done originally on this pull request that will allow us to know if the properties have problems. So here, if I go to this pull request, I should find something that calls get properties, which is this little thing right here, which is calling get properties on the reflection, and then we fetch each name of those properties to literally try to understand if there is problems with the naming. You guys know what I mean? Jakey Boy is saying, for building toolkits like Pack, but not for standard web applications. Yeah, this is very important. Like, typically you would never use reflection on regular Laravel web applications. You would use only this reflection stuff if you are building tooling, like I am with Pack. You know what I mean? Jukachan is asking, got you. What would be some of the use cases for this? Can you give me some real world example? Absolutely. So at the moment, for example, with pack. Pack is actually a very good example. So one of the goals that I want to do with pack is potentially that do something like this. I type bin pack, and as you can see, we are detecting misspellings in our application, right? But what if on this default command, I have a property with a name public property with typo, okay? And obviously this property name has a typo right here. So something I can do is do something like this, new reflection class with, you know, all the classes that I have found on this project. And then I would get all of the properties and try to understand if any of them have a typo. So this is why I would use reflection for this. Do you know what I mean? Redizio is saying, I'm pretty sure PHP Stan uses a lot of reflection for the code analysis. Yeah, man, PHP Stan is only about reflection, literally. It's using reflection in everything. Function reflection, class reflection, literally everything, okay? Technocuts is asking me, is the fact that we are using reflection, do we have to test the performance? Not at the moment, man. At the moment, we are literally building the project from scratch. The last thing I care about at the moment is performance. Once this actually gets started to be used on real projects, we are going to see if we have any performance issues. But I doubt about that. I really doubt that we are going to have any performance issues at the moment. Yeah, so some of you are mentioning on YouTube chat like performance issues on larger projects. This is something that I don't think about until we actually have performance issues, you know? Once we have someone on creating an issue on GitHub saying something like, I'm running pack on my project at the moment and I'm waiting 30 seconds, like when that happens, I'm gonna actually, you know, address the issue. But at the moment, this is not even big enough to think about that. So we are going to think about that a little bit later, okay? Tuto, thank you so much for the 100 bits. Tuto is saying the following. I would like to know, at the very high level, of course, when it comes to testing a third-party API, do you lean towards mocking API interactions, or you prefer to test the cases with hitting the API directly, like making HTTP requests? So when I have an API on my project, I typically consider the API an external service, so I mock any interaction with that API. You know what I mean? So what I typically have, and I'm going to tell you exactly what I do have on Laravel Cloud, is that I have this services folder, and let's imagine a service, call it domains provider, okay? So I have a folder called the domains providers, something like this, and here you would find, you know, the most typical domain providers you would use, something like let me think, like Cloudflare, for example, or you know, DigitalOcean. But you know, so typically these ones I don't use locally, and what I do use is this fake DNS provider or whatever, okay, or fake domain provider. And I typically would mock like the interface where I inject this service. So all of them, by the way, all of them implement the domain provider interface. Okay, all of them, literally all of them. And I typically, what I would test is that if I'm calling this interface correctly on my code. So if I have something that would supposed to add a domain, for example, I would do something like, you know, this mock the domain provider interface should receive, you know, like get domain or whatever. So I don't actually hit the real API. I work with mocks locally because I want to guarantee that my test suite is super fast, you know, but only like external services. That's it. Thank you for the 100 bits, by the way. Drippen Castle is saying something really important regarding the early optimization we're talking about. Some of you were mentioning that reflection is slow and might be a problem for big projects, and actually Pick and Flow mentioned like something really important here, which is parameter optimization is the root of all, you know. So I feel like, yeah, I feel like something we don't want to do absolutely is try to early optimize this when we don't even know if there will be a problem to begin with, you know what I mean? And to end the phrase, yeah, I got what you mean, by the way. But he actually meant is the root of all evil, okay? Because if you are trying to early optimize this, you are literally focus on what you shouldn't, okay? You should focus on literally shipping this and having this working. And if it causes any problems, we are going to work on those problems, but not this early for sure. Tuto is saying perfect. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so where were we? Yeah, we're talking about reflection, and how reflection can be useful. Someone is saying, make sure to look at the issue as well, especially the 22. Yeah, I will look at this, okay? I will look at this, no worries, okay? Not today though, but I will look at this. But definitely something we can think about is eventually if reflection is a problem, we can think about caching, you know, like for sure, like if we are checking if something have misspellings, if the file didn't change between runs, we don't need to recheck the file, okay? This is actually a very interesting technique. Again, we don't need to think about this for now, but eventually, if the project becomes slow, something we can think about is caching, okay? So if I have my file with the name persons with multiple n's, and this file actually detected 3 issues, for example, if the MD5 of the contents of the file didn't change between runs, we don't need to recheck this file. We can literally just cache the result and give you back. Okay, so I will definitely look at that issue once I find the time, okay? Thank you for that. Okay, I want to get this merged and play a little bit with this pull request locally. Let me just double check the test real quick. So, do we have tests for property names, method names, class names, and docs? Let me check real quick. So here we have one for the docs, property as well. Do we have classes with typos? Not this one. Class with typo errors. Class with typo errors. Is it the same class? Well, it's a class with the same name, that's for sure. Oh, but here it should be ignored. So we are literally testing if that folder is being ignored. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, this looks, I mean, it looks okay, okay? Then we just rework anything if necessary, okay? So I'm gonna merge this for now. Good job, Giulio Cavalgari. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Let's merge this. And let's now rework this thing a little bit locally, if we have to, of course. Boom. What happens if I unpack? Ah, it's already a little bit slow, huh? Some of the people were actually having some valid concerns, huh? It's already a little bit slow, indeed. We may have to think a little bit about this. Okay, let's try this. If I come here and if I type property protected with a name, something like this, which obviously has a typo, what happens? Misspelling in property default command line 26, and the misspelling is the following. Did you mean? Yeah, we don't have a did you mean. Okay. Ducatan is saying, I can see that I am way too damn picky with my colleagues in pull requests. I should go with this looks okay and merge more often. Yeah, you know, especially, I mean, on Laravel Cloud, for example, I don't work this way. I'm a little bit more picky, and, you know, typically if a colleague of mine would do this pull request, I would probably, you know, address the issue with them directly, and it would probably fix the issue on his side. But here we are on open source, and I want to move fast, you know, I want to especially move fast. So we obviously have a high quality, not a high quality, but a high valuable pull request, and I want to get this merged as fast as possible to be able to work on it, you know what I mean? But I do get why you are picky, like in your pull requests with your colleagues. It's just here I'm working with open source, and I want to move fast a little bit. You know what I mean? It's not like I have the time to go back and forth. You know what I mean? So it's a little bit weird that we didn't got the final class immediately here, which is something I would expect. It's not. Why is that? Do I have my pint.json configured? I don't. Okay, I'm gonna fix this real quick. I'm gonna create this pint.json, and I'm gonna copy paste the configuration I usually use on my pint.json. So this should be it. Give me a second, because I do have my own configuration of pint, which I copy paste and use in all projects. So I'm going to just copy paste it and use it here as well. So I'm going to click on repositories, search for pint strict preset. There we go. I'm going to copy paste the link. So if any of you want this, there we go. And I'm going to copy this and use it on this project as well. There we go. This should automatically add some finals and some cool stuff. So let's run pint. You should actually change most of the files. There we go. So he added declare strict types in most of the files, added some final classes, ordered some class elements, you know. So this should actually be cool. Let me just type git add-p so you guys can see some of these changes. So obviously my pint.json, which I just have shared the link with you all, but also some final keywords, as you can see. Yeah, also reorder some of the methods. So if you have like public, let's say protected, public, and then private, it will basically put the public on top, and then the protected, and then the, you know, the private ones, which is very interesting. So do we have a passing test suite, which is very important? Let me type composer test. Emily Dev is saying, please delete the persons.php. Yeah, thank you. That's a good point. There we go. Oops. We should still have our test suite passing as expected, by the way. So cool, man. Check this out. Pack, no misspellings found in your project. Mwah. Love it. Oh, we need use xdebug. There we go. And rerun our entire test suite. If you don't know, if you are new to the stream, we literally have this test suite with Rector PHP, Laravel, Pint, Pack now as well. So we are using Pack on Pack. And we also have Pint, PHP Stan, Past PHP, all quality tools here in our project, okay? So we do have some failing tests, which is not expected for some reason. We're going to try to understand this real quick. So let's run vendor bin past with a -- bail, so we can literally go line by line. And the first problem seems to be on this class checker, line 33. We are supposed to find 7 issues, however, we only find 6, which is a little bit confusing why this is happening, okay? Someone is saying Nunu's screen is not fully showing on the left. What do you mean? Oh, wait a second. How about now? How about now? It's a little bit better? You're welcome. Thank you for the feedback. Okay, so let's try to understand why we have a failing test suite. So it says failed to assert that the actual size 6 matches the expected 7. So we are supposed to have all of these problems, but obviously we only have 6 problems, which is a little bit confusing. So I feel something we can do real quick is just DD, just use this debugger DD. Do you guys use any debugger except DD, or you guys, all of you are DD users? What do we have here? All right, so the first one is error, which is this one. So this is actually valid. The second one is method, which is this one. Okay, next. The second one is not this one. So this is the problem. So Arthur is saying DD, Duke is saying DD, Two Original is saying DD, Jackie Boy is saying DD, Drip and Castle is saying var dump. Graham Davis is saying DD in Xdebug, okay. And he's also started to experience with Ray in Tinkerwell, interesting. Thomas is saying Ray, nice. Yeah, Ray is also very powerful, by the way. By the way, if you just arrived, my name is Nuno Maduro, PHP and Laravel developer, and if you want to support my work, just give me a follow. Today we are working on open source. Literally just reviewed a community pull request, but for some reason the tests are not passing locally, and I'm trying to understand why. It's very likely to be related to my operating system, just giving me files in a different order. Typically that happens, okay? Let me double check something real quick. I want to do something real quick. If I do this, yeah, I want to do something real quick. I'm wondering if, because Pint reordered some of the properties in terms of ordering, if I just reset everything. So if I copy this, for example, if I do this, like git add reset hard, for example, and then now run my test suite again, do we have a passing test suite? We don't. So it's not related to... Oh, wait, we do have dispersants, which I need to remove. But if I do this, so now I have literally reverted back all of the changes that Pint have made, and I'm rerunning my test suite, which is now passing. So the fact that I have restyled my code made my test suite failing. And it's probably the reason why this is happening, it's probably because of the property ordering of some of these properties, okay? Yeah, I could have used stash indeed. Nobody 200 is saying, why didn't you use stash? So if you guys don't know, I'm gonna explain you what stash is. So let's do a change here real quick. I'm gonna go and create again this pint.json. I'm gonna just copy paste this little thing and rerun Pint. Okay, so let's assume I wanted to, you know, everything I have on the staging area, which is literally all of this stuff, I wanted to literally just revert everything back to the original was. Something I can do is just type git stash. And when I do this, I get the work that I had originally. So as you can see, I don't have anything else on my staging area. And once I am done, I can type git stash pop, which will basically put back the changes Pint have done, which is pretty cool. So this is very powerful. I use this literally all the time. Why didn't I use it? I don't know, man. Sometimes I just get confused. Thanks for the follow, by the way. Yeah, my Pint is definitely doing something that made my test suite failing. That's for sure. Let's try to understand what it is, okay? Let me go here real quick, 1 second. So what I'm doing now is actually using my GitHub UI tool so I can see the diff a little bit more clear. I don't typically share that on stream because otherwise I would be sharing a lot of projects here which I don't want to share. Okay, so give me 1 second here. So something I'm noticing is definitely the order of some of these methods, which I don't think it should cause a problem though. Or it should. I don't even know anymore. Huh, interesting. Okay. Oops. With bail, and I also want to, let's count the number of issues I have. Do I still have 7, by the way? I should have, at least I should have still 7. Because I don't, yeah, I do have 7. Okay, so the only problem is the ordering of some of these methods. Gotcha, no problem. Yeah, the line have changed, that's for sure, so I'm gonna run with 30. Because we now have, so literally these files right now have this streak types on top, which added 2 lines. So previously we were with the line 28, and now we are with the line 30. So that's why it was complaining, okay? Let's keep going. So now the problem is also the line. It's no longer 34, now it's 36. Ducatan is asking me, what is the Git tool? So I use the GitHub UI tool for Mac, which is just a regular UI, which you can see the diff of everything you are about to commit. I do use typically the Git terminal, but for those huge diffs, I typically feel that the UI works a little bit better. Someone is saying there is a misspell. Well, you know, I'm literally developing, I don't know, probably you are new to the stream, but I'm literally developing a CLI tool to detect misspells. So this is literally my test suite. That's why we have a misspell. So for those of you who are new on the stream, I'm literally developing a tool to detect misspells. So if you type something like persons and incorrectly spelled like this, if I now type bin pack, this will detect that there is a misspelling in my project. Like persons shouldn't be named this way, it should be persons instead. Zeno is saying, do you generally prefer collections over arrays or vice versa? If I'm working with Laravel, I use collections. If I'm working with a native PHP project like this one, I would use regular arrays. Okay, this should be back to no spelling errors detected, which it is, and I can run past again with bail. And I should have a few line words still to address. There we go, 43. This should be 18 probably. This should be 21. And this should be 10 if I'm not mistaken. This is 9. So it's pretty much like the fact that we now have declared streak types added by Laravel Pint, and that basically increases the number on the line by 2, and every single one. So this should be 30, this should be 36, this should be 43, and this should be 10, and possibly that's it. This should be 30, this should be 36. Oh my god, we have so many to address. Because all of these files didn't have streak types on top, so we are literally just fixing that real quick. This is 43, 18, 21, 10. So one of the cool things of this flag on past, call it dash dash bail, is that it exits on the first problem we are finding, which is pretty cool. So we now have our test suite passing. I can just type composer test to literally have my entire test suite running. And hopefully it will just pass as expected. Not yet, because I need to run Rector PHP. Now, something interesting is happening with Rector, probably why we were facing that miscounting on number of issues, is that Rector PHP is trying to do a refactor, which is removing some arguments. So if you don't know, one of the tools I use a lot is called Rector PHP. Probably we have heard about it in the past. And what it does is refactoring your project to make it better. So one of the changes Rector PHP is proposing is literally removing an argument because it's not being used. So if I go to features, obviously I have a bunch of examples here. And one of these examples is having, if I'm not mistaken, a parameter without type error. So basically we are just playing with arguments to have a few with typos, but another one without typos. And I'm not using any of those arguments. And because of that, Rector PHP wants to remove those arguments. Okay, so what I will do here is I'm going to just pretend I'm using these arguments by doing this. Bam, something really stupid. And I'm going to do this as well here below. Let's see if Rector PHP complains about this anymore. So I'm going to type Rector, and I'm going to type die run, so it doesn't do any changes actually, just, you know, complains about those changes. And this should actually be it. This should actually work. So let's type just vendor bin of Rector again. Changed just one file on the project by changing a protected function to private, which is a good thing. And now I can type composer test again. Type pint, composer test. And I should have a passing test suite with 100% code coverage. Oh, not exactly. So it seems that on the class checker, we have a couple of lines not tested. Let's address that issue real quick. So the first line not being tested is a line 96, by the way. Can you guys see? Because my name is on top, so you probably cannot see. So I just ran a code coverage, and as you guys can see, there is a few lines not being tested. And for that reason, we don't have 100% code coverage. Thanks to past PHP, we can actually see which lines are not being tested, and based on that information, we can have a couple of tests. And that's what I will do. People on Mars is asking where I can find your PHP Storm settings. I don't have them publicly, I think. Nobody ever asked me for that, so apologize about that. But I'm not using anything special, just material theme, JetBrains mono, huge font, big line width, and yeah, that's it. Nothing special, really. So let's address all of these issues, by the way. So first thing I'm going to do, go into line 96, which is the one not being tested. It seems that something that may happen is that we don't find any names to check, which is possibly a class without any methods. So to test this, what I can do is go here and create this class without methods or properties. Okay, I'm going to call this .php, and I'm going to literally copy this and put it here on this little file, and I'm going to ensure that there is nothing inside this little thing. Okay, just a regular simple class. And hopefully, I now should have an increase in code coverage. So I'm going to type again, coverage exactly 100%. And I should have an increase in coverage at the moment. Nobody 200 is saying material theme with atom icons is insane, which I think it's what I'm using at the moment, right? I think I'm using material theme with atom icons at the moment. So now we have an increase on coverage. So we went from 97 to 98 by simply having a class without methods or properties. So our tool can actually test simple classes like this one. And we do have now 98%, which is still not enough. We still have 3 lines without tests. The next one is 114. Let's understand why we don't have tests over there. So 114, which is this little catch throwable, which shouldn't be there to begin with. I'm gonna just simply remove it because I don't see a reason why we'd have, you know, a throwable. I feel like if we are trying to read a PHP file, for example, which is not a valid PHP file, I would expect my tool to fail. So I don't see a reason why we would have that, okay? I'm gonna literally remove it and just run coverage with 100% coverage again. Let's see the result now. 99.3, we are almost there. The next stop is line 222, which is not tested. Let's try to understand why. So when we cannot find the error of the line, which is also not normal for me, why this would happen. Get the line number of the error. So you get the file and you get the name. What is name is something that it should be on the contents of the file. You may not find it. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna do the following. It feels like a true unit test for me because I don't feel like I can actually test this at least on the integration level. So what I will do is that I'm gonna go to this class checker test and I'm gonna do a very magical thing that I don't want you to do at home. I don't know if a lot of people know this, but you can actually test private methods in PHP. Just don't tell anyone. But the way it works is the following. So you just create the class as you usually would do. Okay, so let's just file it handles well when it cannot detect the line problem. Okay, and then I'm going to provide the function, and on this function I'm going to give, you know, just our checker as normal. And what I want to do is test this behavior here on the bottom, which is when we cannot find the line that have the original error. So what I will do is the following. I'm going to copy the file that I'm supposed to call just right there. And what I need to provide is a SPL file name, if I'm not mistaken. There we go. This is coming from Symfony. Okay, so I'm going to do this. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna type SPL file info equals to new SPL file info of my given file. I'm gonna just import this. Is this from Symfony? Let me just double check that. It wasn't from Symfony. Let me remove any import we have. We don't have any. Okay, so I can just import this right now. What the heck? There we go. Okay, so I will tell you something, but you guys, please do not use this at home or ever, to be honest, okay? So when you want to test a private method, something you can do, let me just instantiate this real quick. Okay, so I'm gonna just literally do this because I don't think I actually need anything really. Okay, this, and I'm going to provide here dummy content, which obviously doesn't exist here, or it does. Oh, okay. Wait a second, folks. Wait a second. Bam, bam. Okay, I have an idea. String repeat A100. Okay, cool. So this obviously cannot be called, because it's private. Okay, so what I will tell you right now, please do never ever use this at home, okay? But you can literally call private methods in PHP doing something really interesting, which is the following. Use short closures, and then you bind a new bind, okay? You do this literally. fn this get error with, you know, the content you want to do. So literally just call this error line with the given arguments, okay? Just super simple. And then you there we go, and then you call with a new this with this checker, okay? And if you do this, you can actually call private methods, and this will be the line, and you expect the line to be 0. Top secret, okay folks, top secret. Yeah, a little bit dark magic, huh? A little bit dark magic. So literally, like, if you would call, just to clarify a little bit things, I'm a little bit sleepy at the moment, but to clarify things a little bit. So if you were to call this checker get error line with your arguments, this will tell you back, you know, private method, you cannot call this directly, blah, 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 blah. This wouldn't work, literally, okay? So what you can do is encapsulate this given call within a short closure, just like this. And then you call providing the instance, and then you can access private, you know, private methods, just like this. So this should actually just pass. Oops. There we go. It's passing as expected, which is what I would expect. Roberto99 is saying you can also use a new reflection method set accessible. I could indeed do that, but I feel like this way is just a little bit shorter, you know? So what Roberto is saying, which aligns a little bit what we have discussed earlier today about reflection, is that you can actually also use reflection to call private methods. So the way it would work would be something like this. You would do new reflection class, and then you would provide the class, and then you would get the method, and then you would do method set accessible true, and then you would call method invoke, if I'm not mistaken. There we go. Method invoke, you would provide the instance and then the arguments, but undeniably, like, this is a little bit shorter than doing all of this. What do you guys think? I don't know, man. It just feels a little bit faster, basically. Yeah, you would, I mean, you would never use this, by the way, okay? Technocuts is saying, is this dark magic equals to bugs, whatever? Yeah, you would never use this, typically, you know? This is truly an edge case where I have a particular piece of code which is a little bit hard to test, if not impossible. So I need to get that huge case, that edge case, and be able to test it, and I'm trying to do it this way, you know what I mean? This is illegal, yeah, you should never use this. This is something people should never use, okay? Don't get me wrong, okay? Are we at 100% right now? We should be, though. And we are. So this is, you know, now we are with 100% code coverage. And I feel like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I feel like doing this dark magic on my test suite, it's a little bit better than coming here, which is what people typically would do, coming here and just say something like code coverage ignore start line, you know what I mean, and code coverage ignore end. I feel like doing that small trick I'm doing, it's a little bit better than ignoring code coverage at this point, you know. Yeah, do not call the PHP police for this one, that's for sure. Otherwise, we're screwed. Okay, so we are now with 100% code coverage, meaning that I should be able to run my entire test suite and having a passing test suite with 100% code coverage. Ooh, almost. Oh boy, Rector is complaining about my dark magic. Okay, it's complaining about a good thing. It's complaining because I'm missing a type int right there. So also a powerful thing from Rector is that it has type ints everywhere pretty much, okay, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to run Rector, which should have that type int, and run my test suite once again. Reactor passing. Pint is not passing, so I'm going to run pint. There we go. Clear my terminal and run my test suite once again. Pack is undeniably a little bit slow, by the way, already. So we may actually have to think about the caching situation already. Okay, our test suite is passing, meaning that I can type git add dot. I can come here and type something like, okay, regarding the feat that checks classes, we have refactored a little bit the code, okay? And just push this. Now let's actually review a little bit back. What have we done today? Because we have done cool stuff, to be honest. I'm going to create a class here with the name streaming, and I'm going to make it intentionally with a typo, okay? So there is a typo word streaming. So if I run binder pack, obviously we have a problem. So this is kind of the very first thing we have done on pack. But now we have contributions from the community, most likely one that detects problems on the class namings. So not only class namings, but method naming. So here, if I type something like, let's say, another method with typos, I should have pack.php also detecting problems here. Okay, let's type a with double H, okay? There is a problem right here. I'm going to run pack, and I should have this little problem detected. And there we go. There is a misspelling on streaming line, so on the file itself, but also on the line 7. With is with double H. Do you mean with without double H? I do actually. I actually do. So I'm going to fix that, and I'm going to also fix the streaming word right here. So I can do is using PHP Storm capacities. I can type here, I can click refactor, rename, and then just type streaming with one single M, and I can refactor this real quick. There we go. Pack.php should no longer detect any issue, and I can proceed with my coding. There we go. But I'm going to add now a new private property with a name. Let's see, let's think a little bit. Something really stupid that I always make, like left with double F, for example. And I'm going to just say this is a typo, which is indeed a typo. So if I run pack, this should detect this. And it does. It says that you have a problem with left double F. That should literally be just left. There you go. And the final thing I want to test is what happens if I have a typo on my comments. So I'm going to type, this is a method that previously, and I'm going to type previously with a I at the end instead of a epsilon thing right here, previously had a typo. What happens if I do this? Pack.php should just detect it. There we go. There is a problem with previously. Do you mean previously? I do. Oh my god, this is so good. What do you guys think about this tool? I find this tool amazing, man. This is something that I knew that I always wanted something like this. I constantly, even today, I was walking through the Laravel cloud source code, and I find like 2 typos, literally like this, man. So I feel like this is such a cool tool, man. Yeah, man, I will also take, I will install this all over the place, literally all over the place. It's so cool, man. So I indeed made a problem on previously, so now I should have no problems at all. There we go. I mean, this is so cool, by the way. What other stuff this pull request had, by the way? So he had method names, property names, documentation. Oh, wait a second. Oh, we have docs on the method, but also docs on the class itself. So here, if I type something like, that's actually a good question. Like, what happens if I do something like this? Oh my god, I hope this just works. So I'm gonna type param, but like something weird. What I can do here, like the initity doc thing. Like, this is weird, you know? This is weird. Does this complain about this? I hope it doesn't, because if it does, we have a problem. it doesn't. Nice. So I can still do the weird shit like class string, you know, all that weird crap. Can I still do all of this without having this tool complaining? Nice, 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 nice. And I can come here and type something like internal or internals, for example, and then type something like this is a pull request with double T with the typo, and it will complain about that. This is getting really cool, man. This tool, I feel, there you go. Oh my god, so good. I feel like this tool will literally fly, man, because it will be used by everyone. Why wouldn't you use this? Like, if you have a tool that literally just detects typos, why wouldn't you use this? So good. Oh my god, so good. I'm so happy about this. All right, folks, that was a very good stream. We did a very good job today. We have merged an amazing contribution from Julio, but let's just also say that thanks everyone who have also proposed this same pull request but differently, you know. Undeniably, I don't actually have the time to do a full investigation trying to understand like what at long term would have been the best solution. Like, is tokens, is reject expressions, or is reflection? So based on experience and based on the little time I have for open source, I do trust reflection quite a lot, because I do have experience with it on architectural testing on past. I do have experience with it on Lara Stan for PHP Stan. So I went with my feeling, with my gut feeling, and I do still appreciate all of you who have done the other pull requests, who have this exact feature, but a little bit differently, okay? So thank you so much for that. I will reply to each one of you individually. And yeah, I would like to personally thank you for all of the work you have done on this, okay? Drippin Castle is saying this is a sweet addition to code quality space. Yeah, man, we'll sit on top of past PHP, on top of Pint, on top of PHP Stan, on top of Refactor. We now will have another tool on the ecosystem, call it Pack, which will do this very little thing, but we'll do it very right, which I think is pretty cool. Zeno is saying, looks dope. I can't see this on my CI only. Yeah, me too, man. Beckett Snacks is saying, this is amazing. I do agree with you. Drippin Castle is saying, AZT skills are coming, but reflection is more mainstream. I agree with you, dude. So yeah, I also agree with you. Juru Cage is saying, thank you stream for the stream, Nuno. This looks amazing. I hope to use it in the future. Me too. Emily Dev is saying, this will be peaking amazing. Giulio Cavalgaro is saying, hi Nuno, I just got home. I noticed that you accepted my pull request, but I couldn't hear what you thought. Yeah, man. So basically we had three pull requests, and all of them solved the same problem, but a little bit differently. So one of them was using regex expressions. The other one was using, I'm gonna go here real quick. It's a little bit better. So the first one of them was using regex expressions. The second one was using PHP tokens. Okay. The third one, which was yours, was using reflection. Now, your approach using reflection is something that I would typically use for solving this problem. So I just went with my gut feeling and I accepted your pull request. But I'm going to still answer to the other pull requests individually to try to give them feedback. You know what I mean? Felix is saying, hi Nuno, awesome stream. Awesome that you stream. Are you maybe considering increasing your fonts your font in your IDA. For me, it's personally hard to follow from the phone. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, I feel like my streams, especially the ones, like, obviously we have done today 3 things. The first one was reacting to a video, which you can do from your phone. The second one was, I think, what was the second one? Oh, reviewing Ghostly, which you can probably also follow from the phone. Code will be difficult, man, because I don't code with huge fonts, you know, so I don't know if it's worth to increase the font, but then I would probably lose a little bit of productivity, you know. But let's think about that. Arthur is saying, now it just needs a functionality that will fix automatically the grammar errors. I mean, it's actually, it might actually be possible, you know? Like, we can literally integrate this with GitHub Copilot or something like that, where we give AI the error, we give AI the suggestions, and probably the AI will fix or give me the most likely solution for the problem, you know? We could probably think about that, to be honest. Wow, that was an awesome stream, by the way. I'm a little bit tired. Oh, we are streaming for 3 hours and 20 minutes. I think that's it for today, okay, folks? It was awesome to be with you all today, by the way. I loved the stream. It was a lot of fun, but that's it for today. Jupin Castle, thank you so much for your words, dude. You are always so nice to me. I really appreciate you being as nice with me. You know, I appreciate your support. I appreciate you have done that pull request as well. And I'm glad that you have, you know, you are enjoying my streams. Yeah, thank you so much, everyone. Let's rate someone. Let's don't forget about that. So as you may well know, every stream we rate someone, which is literally redirecting all my Twitch users to another stream. Let's see who is online first. So we do have our website, which we can use to see if any of the PHP developers is online. So I'm going to share my full screen again. Let's go to Developers Live. Developerslive.com. Is that a website I've done? Yes, it is. Only me again. Oh my god. Okay, we need to find someone. Can you guys give me names today, please? PHP, Laravel, JavaScript developers, anything really, okay? So I'm already seeing a Rust developer, which could potentially, you know, we could potentially rate them. Yeah, I have rated already that guy, Josh, 2 times, okay? 2 times. So I don't know, man. So I found someone doing a game launcher in Tauri Rust development, which, you know, how many viewers? Let me check real quick. 28 viewers. Yeah, let's support this streamer, okay? So we call it Team Vash. All right, dudes, thank you so much for being here today. I loved the stream. It was awesome. I had fun. Thank you for being on that side. And I catch you all in 2025. Okay, so this is the last stream of the year. I hope you guys have an amazing Christmas Eve. Let's start the 2025 with the right foot. And I love you all. Thank you so much for being on that side. Peace out.